Boortz got elected, she said,
"We must be good stewards of your tax dollars."
Just 30 days later,
taxpayers covered the cost of a first-class ticket for Mayor Bottom's husband to fly to the Super Bowl
on her taxpayer-funded credit card.
Atlanta taxpayers shelled out more than $2,600.
Worse,
more than $11,600 in luxury chauffeured car service in just her first 5 months in office.
And taxpayers cover this tab.
The State Ethics Commission has fined Keisha Lance Bottoms.
She accepted over $110,000 in contributions that exceeded legal limits,
violating campaign finance laws.
The commission's chairman declared
it's an egregious violation of the act.
And the verdict from a former prosecutor?
It smells bad. What don't you get about the rules and regulations? If Mayor Bottoms wants her legacy to be too greedy to care, they're off to a great start.
Keisha Lance Bottoms. She's out for herself, not Georgia.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 1063.
This is a Fox News alert. Ballroom construction can continue. I'm Carmen Roberts. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts rules the White House can continue construction on President Trump's $400 million ballroom project for now. And Roberts signed a temporary order today allowing work to continue while the court considers an emergency appeal from the Trump administration. Lower courts had ordered a halt to the project, finding that it must have congressional approval, and Chief Justice Roberts' ruling is set to take effect today. As the Trump administration prepares to impose tough economic sanctions on Iran, called Economic D-Day, Vice President J.D. Vance took the administration's economic campaign message to his hometown of Middletown, Ohio.
The National Weather Service.
Vice President J.D. Vance touting the economic agenda of the Trump administration ahead of the midterm elections. It's a city he grew up. He was highlighting the tax relief we've seen, deregulation, and a push for domestic manufacturing.
In just 18 months, we have seen an explosion of rebuilding in the American heartland. We have seen trillions, with a T, trillions of new dollars of investment pour into the United States of America.
While the vice president talks up Rust Belt jobs, Wall Street is reading between the lines and watching.
Fox Business's Darren Botello at the White House as stocks are bouncing back from yesterday's sell-off. The Dow up 562 points. Rare tornado surprised people on New York's Long Island and in Dover, Delaware yesterday. Fox Weather's Michael Estime has more from Dover.
The National Weather Service has yet to survey the damage here, so we don't know the EF rating. Again, the damage here is extensive. They don't typically see things like this here. If there is one bit of good news, it is that nobody was seriously injured.
In Virginia, lightning struck and killed a man. America's listening to Fox News.
When it comes to supplements, two things matter most. A, that it works, and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Joni shared that before Relief Factor, her husband couldn't open his hands in the morning and had to give up playing the guitar. Now he wakes up with flexibility, and he's back to playing music. They are both recommending Relief Factor to friends as a way to enjoy the things they love again. I get what Joni's husband went through. I couldn't paint. I couldn't button my own shirts in the morning. The pain made it so difficult to hold a paintbrush or button my shirts. It was horrible. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
Hey, doggies. Look out, it's only me, it's only the Kimmer, with Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon with the light of Gabriel, the star shining behind him with Tron Electric Man, ready to save the world. It's an incredible explosion in the heavens itself, and the mechanical Mangler at your controls. It's Flounder, and it's the three amigos back here for Let Her Rip Friday. Anything goes. Yes. Boys, how's it going? Another beautiful day. Storm last night where I was, man. Pounding as well. It was brutal. Now, Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon, sir. What's new? How's it going? What's up?
Storm
Up to Daisy, we can't hear Pete.
Storm-free.
Oh, here we storm-free. Wow. Excellent. And everything all right over there?
Yeah, I got an answer to your question from yesterday.
Okay, again, my question, as I recall, was Saturday! No, that wasn't a question. That's silly. My question from yesterday is, what did you do to scare that bear? No, that wasn't a question. What was the question? I forgot the question.
Why did the young teenage girl jump down from the stands and tackle the boy?
Okay, this was in Wisconsin, and there was at a middle
Tennessee.
Tennessee, middle school, not college, middle school. And so they had a football game. There was a squabble, and the referees broke it up, and all of a sudden, the 16-year-old girl jumped out of the stands, tackled one of the football players. He got up, she threw him down again, and then stood over him. And they didn't say, I assumed it was either, that was her little brother she was defending or ex-boyfriend, but then how could you have a boyfriend be that violent in middle school? Anyway, the Pete Davis answering the question, because they wouldn't tell us yesterday what the hell happened behind the story. Yes, sir.
You just answered it. It was her little brother she was defending, thinking that the other guy was beating up on her.
Yeah, well, now see, that's what I was hoping that was it. And honestly, I like it.
Good for her.
I know. I mean, I know it's silly and it's wrong and everything, but it's right. I mean, because if they were, as part of the football game, she has no business being on the field if they're tackling and stuff like that. But this was a fight. They were having a fight, and she didn't think it was a fair fight, so she went on, and I like it. Now, they have arrested her. She's been charged with, now, I assume they're going to drop the charges, I assume. But who knows? I mean, she's been charged with a juvenile thing and banned forever from that district, as I recall. Now, how could they do that so she can't go to school there? If she lives there? That can't be right.
I don't know.
Anyway. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear. I'd totally forgotten about that. I've been very distracted lately. Sorry, I know. I'm very distracted. So I'm just hanging.
Focus.
I have to focus. Focus is good. And Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, lovely Veronica. She told you what you're doing yet for the weekend?
Relaxing. We got a soccer game at 9:30 tomorrow. My nephew Hank has his first tournament of the season.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll do that, and then depending on how hot it is, we may go to the pool or.
Yeah, who knows?
Lounge around the house.
Well, it's going to be steamy. It's this time of year. That's where you get those popcorn thunder showers, and it's always the humidity that does it. So, anyway, well, boys, our number is 404-741-1230. No, I don't really have any plans. 404.
Well, you usually don't need any prodding to tell us and talk about yourself.
I know. It's part of the norm. There's no sense in me.
You're going to talk about yourself anyway. Gee, Kimmer, what are you going to do for the next 72 hours? Horses, hit some balls.
Horses, hit some balls.
Meatloaf.
See, if it's not raining, I'll get on by Chopper, and I think I'm going to make a meatloaf this weekend.
By the way, happy birthday to a former coworker of ours. It was Tom Hughes' birthday earlier this week. Now it's another one of a cherished coworker of yours, a good friend of yours.
Not really. No, he hated me. He hated me, and he always acted like a jerk. It's right to me. It's right. Now everybody else in the world loves him. I thought he was a complete idiot.
Who are we talking about?
Tom
here?
Houck.
Yeah, Tom.
The groundhog or the Russell hog or the hedgehog.
Hedgehog.
Yeah, the hedgehog. He always, he was just a jerk with me. In fact, he made. Well, no, I can tell you this story about when I was married, and he made a couple of cracks, and he was just an idiot.
Oh, no. Let's take the high road here. I mean, waiter, check on my table.
Well, yeah, all right, okay. I used to. Now, people may not know. For years in the, God, I guess it's 80s and 90s, or before that,
90s.
Maybe was it
90s?
90s. Was you sure it wasn't before? Anyway, whatever. In the 90s, he was talking about. Well, he was a columnist for the that underground newspaper? How did he even get started? I don't remember.
He was a liberal talk show host on GST.
Okay, but then he kept going on even that little newspaper or something. He was well known, still hanging in for somehow.
He was the driver for Martin Luther King Jr. back in the 60s.
Yeah, he did a lot of civil rights stuff. Yeah, he was always with Andy Young and there you go, and Hosea Williams and Yeah. So he was involved in local politics, a lot of civil rights type stuff like that, and screaming liberal. And everybody loves him. But to me, he was always kind of a jerk. But again, happy birthday. I don't care. It's just, one way or the other. I don't have any.
There's a check on my table.
Yeah. Well, tell the story. That's who he was famous for when he went to dinner.
He was supposed to be a little Scottish at times, very, very frugal when the check came. Alligator arms.
Yeah.
I never witnessed it. I just heard that from others.
The joke was that he would complain, "What's this check doing on my table?"
Yeah.
What do you mean bringing me a bill? Who the hell? Anyway, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Neil Boortz at 4 o'clock. We're all set to go. I'm so glad. I missed him last week. I was very upset last week because he had to drive. He couldn't. He had to make a thing, and so he was driving, and he couldn't really stop because he has to set up stuff, and it takes a while. And I understand it's no big deal, but I missed him not being on every Friday because frankly it's fun, and it means I can just sit here and listen to him, and it's a thing. So he'll be with us today at 4 o'clock, which I'm very, very glad about. And a reminder: next week on Wednesday, we'll be doing the show live at Shuck and Shack in Cumming. I think it's on Peachtree Parkway up there. I don't know if it's the same Peachtree Parkway that starts in Alpharetta, or in Atlanta. But anyways, Peachtree Parkway, I believe, in Cumming. It's like a shopping center parking lot area.
It's 415 Peachtree Parkway.
There you go, in Cumming,
Georgia, 30041.
And it's Shuck and Shack, not the other thing that sounds like has a shack. There's Shuck and Shack in Cumming. And we'll do our show there 3 to 6. So we're looking forward to that, too. So
not like Kimmer got confused yesterday with Shake and Shack.
You know what it was? In fact, I got on the elevator and
one of the floors is the Shake and Shack.
Yeah, right. And the lady worked there, and so we were talking about it anyway. So, okay, let's see what else.
Is she the one who said nice show or have a nice show?
Yeah. I think it was. Let's see. 404-741-1230. And she's got we got so much time. We got a game. We got Pete's tweets. Boy, you're going to hear a minister, if you haven't heard about this story, in Michigan, complaining about the change in culture. And then I saw this story last night on Jesse Waters about England has now had to come out with pamphlets telling the men who come in from foreign countries, please don't rape our women. Or, for that matter, do kissing suck noises when you see our wives. Okay, would that be okay? Can you understand that, you gentlemen from Ahmed and Mohammed? Would you please, settle down a little bit? I mean, the very freaking idea, as opposed to hitting them in the face with a nightstick. I mean, that would be the best way to me, I would think,
That's their defense, though. They say, in my country, this is legal. I didn't know it was illegal.
Yeah, why can't we bring our culture to yours? The same thing in America.
Let's drag yours down to the 6th century like ours is.
Yeah, and you're going to hear the minister talking about that here in a couple of minutes here, too. Anyway, and by the way, have you guys ever heard a singer-performer named Jack Johnson?
Yes, he's playing tonight. Actually, Veronica wanted to go to that, but I couldn't get tickets. But he's playing at Ameris tonight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's where I live.
You could have exchanged American dollars to get those ducats.
Well, it's not a loud show or anything like that.
But it was sold out? That means I'll never get home. Oh, God. I'll never get home. I never heard of the guy.
Well, you've also heard what's going to happen to the North Point Mall and everything.
Yeah, they're building new homes up there or something.
The hockey arena. That's pretty much about to be confirmed.
Great.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, wow. That's
Go get
really
yourself some tickets, season tickets to some hockey games.
Yeah, I could do that. I could go ahead and do that and get get home when I get there and stuff. And I could do traffic reports when I've gone now almost 9 yards in the last 40 minutes. It's just but they're really moving this time. No, it's good. It's everything fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. My God. What else? There was something else I wanted to tell. Oh! I posted Facebook and YouTube the photograph. Not me. Valentina, my videographer, she stays in my car. And if I need video taken, Valentina does the video for me because I would never want to break the law. And in front of me was a guy in a car, and his dog was literally half out the window, driving along. And this wasn't like a big St. Bernard, which would be hard to get out a window if you had a problem. It was a little doggy, and he was halfway out the window as the guy was driving. And I just wondered, what do you think about that?
It was too far out. I saw that the other day, too. You can't have your dog hanging halfway out.
Especially a little dog, how freaky and frisky and little active and stuff they are. It's not like the big lumbering Saint Bernard. I mean, little dogs get nervous first and quick moving and stuff. Anyway, it bothered me, and I didn't want to. And I tried not to get the guy's license plate. I don't want to single out anybody thing, but I just thought, man, that just scares me because it's happened. It happens. If you had to slam on the brakes, it's over. And even if the dog didn't die, he's not going to be the same. You're going to spend the day at the vet, hopefully alive. Anyway, if you have a reaction to it, I'd love to hear it. I'm just kind of curious. I hold everything. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230. Pete's tweets, Holy Crap at Sports. We got a game. We got Flounder's Funnies, and we got stories. We're going to talk about another UFO incident, and then the pastor on what's going on in America coming up on 106.3 Let It Rip Friday.
Start your day with Tug and Los on the Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Then it's Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck at noon, and the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. And hang out every night for Jesse Kelly at 6 and Jimmy Fela at 9. And stream it all live in crystal clear HD on the Extra 106.3 app.
Yeah, medical records. I keep harping on it because it's a way to remind me that how happy I am now that I have a place to lock my stuff up, and you should too, thanks to Atlanta Safe House. Atlanta Safe House, again, they have more Fort Knox and Browning safes than anybody. Browning, my first gun safe decades ago. And when I went to Florida, didn't have a safe down there and lost it. Just, you know the story. But again, it's not. And now, of course, my kids know where to find things like my medical records. And since I'm doing some stuff these days, I know where to keep it all. Also, appointments for the future, which are kind of hard to keep track of sometimes. They do this like a year in advance thing. Anyway, your living will, my goodness, that's pretty important. Special records and marriage and divorce papers and real estate things. I've had to do some little family history stuff, in fact, in the last couple of months. Thought I lost my wallet. Luckily, inside the safe, I've got stuff that help me if I need to get more identifications of. The whole deal. Plus, not to say nothing of floods and fire and burglars and bad guys. Anyway, tell them the Kimmer sent you. Look them up. Little safes, big safes. You got 500 of them. Discounts. They're famous for their rebates, saving you money. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. At Howard Brothers, they don't just sell outdoor power equipment. They live it. From zero-turn mowers and chainsaws to trimmers, blowers, and everything in between, they've got the tools to tackle any job. Howard Brothers carry trusted brands like Echo, Steel, and Exmark, and support them all with expert advice, parts, and service. So whether you're a pro landscaper or a proud homeowner, let them be your go-to spot for your outdoor project needs. Howard Brothers, serving your communities since 1955.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is Tanya Miller, State Representative, Georgia House District 62, and Democratic nominee for Georgia Attorney General. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
On the fence about a fence? Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Make the right choice and call Accent Fence. Whether it's wood, aluminum, vinyl, composite, steel, or chain link, Accent Fence can build you the perfect fence for your home. And with no money down financing available, now is the time to get your new fence. Explore fence options and read all of our 5-star Google reviews at accentfence.net. Then call and set up your free in-home consultation at 770-995-7463. For a fence that lasts, visit accentfence.net.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House, and now the thought of the day. There's only a few things that a safe from the Safe House can't protect you from. The biggest one is socialist Democrats trying to steal elections. Does that really happen? Yes, it does. So for real security, drop by the Safe House and let us show you how to protect your hard-earned valuables from theft and fire. We are the exclusive Browning and Fort Knox safe dealer in the area. That's right, we're the only ones. So don't go unprotected. Go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com. That's AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Toyota's national sales event is happening now through August 31st at Marietta Toyota. Commuting every day? Well, the 2026 Toyota Camry is now all hybrid with up to, get this, 53 miles per gallon city driving. An easy way to cut fuel stops without giving up comfort. And right now, Camry is the smart move for drivers who want Toyota reliability, everyday comfort, and better fuel efficiency for the road ahead. Every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, limited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. We'll vote Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on a new 2026 Camry Hybrid as low as 4.99% APR, 48 months, now through August 31st. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium, Marietta Toyota. Since 1975, we've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 48 months with approved credit through SCTF. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/31/26. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
And I need a good woman.
Yeah, I don't recognize this one.
This is old school Fleetwood Mac, the original.
Guess. Wow. That's why it's making the news today. On this day 1 year ago, the handwritten lyrics and chord charts for one of Fleetwood Mac's early hits sold for 24,700 funny L's. I think that would mean like about $35,000 maybe dollars, something like that. It was an auction. The composition sheet for the band's 69 British hit Man of the World was written by the group co-founder, vocalist, and lead guitarist Peter Green. The song sheet, handwritten in ballpoint blue pen ink and corrected in black ink, showed Green change 3 lines of the lyrics, adding a complete line to the last verse, confirming his choice for others by annotating the end of each finalized line with a tick. Boy, this doesn't sound like Fleetwood Mac. Pretty nice, it's nice music. But why the number 2 hit, Man of the World. Goodness. Anyway, is that how short that was, or did you just pick apart?
No, I did, because it's kind of a slow intro. Yeah. So I just kind of had to.
Yeah, it's pretty music, but I once wanted to play the guitar. In fact, I think I told you, I took guitar lessons from a kid when I was in New Orleans, from a student at Tulane who was a flamenco guitar player. And he was like a 20-year-old kid or something. And he taught me how to play the guitar with finger picks and stuff like that, where I learned each note and didn't strum. It was
Let's hear it. Bring your guitar in.
Well, I gave my guitar to my daughter, Jennifer, who also liked the guitar. So there you are. And actually, but I didn't have the fingers. I can't. My fingers won't do it. You know.
I'll bring mine in next week. And
I can't play the guitar.
I can play the chords.
Can you?
Like the basic chords.
I have 7 chords.
Yeah, I can play the 7 chords.
Yeah.
But
I can't get my fingers to do them. I can play, horns and anyway. So there you go. Or okay, Mr. Harmonicai.
All right, kids. All right.
Sorry.
Content to get to.
What a silly little instrument, a freaking harmonica.
What you do in the car?
I love
Carry it in the car with you. The stoplights.
Absolutely. I've been trying, doing the Marine Corps hymn and stuff, and Mary had a little lamb, and it's just, anyway. Let's see. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230. But a lot of good birthdays on our list today, and I didn't even do any weekend ones. Usually I slide in a couple of Saturday and Sundays on Friday. I never tell you about it. In fact, last week we did it. Kim Cattrall's birthday. Kim Cattrall, 70 years old. Samantha on Sex and the City. Cadet Karen Thompson in Police Academy. Emmy in Mannequin. Remember that movie where she played a mannequin, came to life or something? I guess it was. I've forgotten. Vulcan Trader Lieutenant Valerie in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. She was in Agnes of God and I think she was nominated for a special award for that one or something. And where do you remember most from, you guys, other than Sex and the City? Do you remember Kim Cattrall from anything special?
Porky's.
And her name was Lassie Honeywell. Why do they call her Lassie? Oh, you get her up in the old in the athletic room. what it's a mouse. No, it's silly. Anyway, Kim Cattrall, 70 years old today. And on this day in history, 1994, John Denver was arrested for drunk driving after crashing his Porsche into a tree in Aspen, Colorado. His trial ended with, they call it Colorado now, I think. His trial ended with a hung jury, John Denver, because his blood alcohol was about 1 million. But his attorney said, no, he had that thyroid thing, He had that whole thyroid. It makes it unreliable. You can't test a guy on the thyroid. So they said, okay, not guilty. This was in this day in 1994. The trial ended 3 months before John Denver crashed his plane into the Pacific Ocean. There was no alcohol in his system in the plane crash. He had tried to turn on, he ran out of gas, fuel in the air, and he tried to reach behind it. It was a terribly designed, homemade built kit aircraft. And the lever fuel tank thing was behind him, I think, behind his seat, and he couldn't get it in time. He couldn't reach behind his shoulder or neck to get the damn thing and crashed in the ocean. They never found most of his head and a couple of his organs. In fact, the remains weighed 100 pounds, and he weighed 160. And they never found a lot of them, which is a shame.
If they had convicted him and he had to go to jail, that would have never happened.
He would have lost his trial. Well, in fact, there was rumor that he didn't even have a pilot. In fact, they may have taken it away from him. I'm not sure. I should have looked that up. Okay, a couple things. We're going to play the soundbite here in a second. First of all, here we go again. And I'm telling you, I love these stories about UFOs and outer space and the universe and who made God and all that kind of stuff. Here we go again. A NASA engineer, Dr. Charles Bueller, a physicist at NASA's Kennedy Space Center, claims that in 2014, he and his wife were at Cocoa Beach. They saw a strange orb in the sky lit up like a nuclear bomb. It looked like a giant nuclear weapon, not a mushroom cloud, but it was the brightness of it. He said, boy, this is weird. There was a helicopter hung over the area for a few minutes, then took off. The light was there. He said it got stranger when the chopper flew out to examine and then flew off. So his doctor said, well, I guess it's not the Russians, must be okay. He claimed it was about 10 p.m., eastern coast of Florida. A lot of people saw it. He thought it was a boat on the water pulsing with light, illuminating the whole area, too bright to be a regular flare. It was so bright the whole beach lit up as far as we could see. He couldn't find a single mention of the report or the incident the following day. And then he said he saw things, the cruise ships see that like what dolphins do, and people have this on tape. He said the orb tried to communicate in a friendly manner, and it got really scary because when the choppers left, Bueller claimed the orb began moving closer to shore, getting within a mile of the beach and appearing to head directly toward him and his wife. They rotated 5 lights, broke up into 5 or 6 lights, went like bicycle spokes into the water, half in the water, half out of the water, kept doing this. They detailed how he and his wife started sprinting away. The lights followed them while continuing the spinning motion. This lasted like 45 minutes. The doctor said, remembering things he had read as a little boy about extraterrestrials, he closed his eyes and tried to tell the orbs to go away with his mind. The lights then sank into the water and did not return. He said it would not have gone away if I hadn't told it to. Okie dokie. That's a nuclear physicist scientist. And we know. Ding dong.
We have a little bit of breaking news here.
All right, sir.
Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts just issued an order allowing Trump to continue construction on the White House ballroom.
That's right. In fact, I made a quick blurb that it's a temporary thing.
But he can at least still continue.
Yeah, but now he can continue. And again, it's unbelievable.
Just let him build it.
Yeah, I know. I know. Now, let's do this, Flounder. This is just an incredible story about what's going on in America. We keep talking about the influence of Muslims, and again, the latest survey we told about last week showed that of all the wonderful Muslims in America, there are Muslim mosques and Islamic learning centers everywhere popping up, and they did a survey, and 50% of the worshiping Muslims in America support Hamas. Just saying. Now, a minister named Lorenzo Sewell, pastor of a church in Dearborn, Michigan, met a flashpoint over the influence of Muslim culture when he went to a Dearborn, Michigan town hall meeting. He said, "We've lost our city, no longer under American laws." And here's what he said in an outburst about what the hell's happening in Dearborn, Michigan. Flounder, if you will.
You have seen what has happened in this city. And it is my people that have funded you. It's my people that made sure that you have what you have. And you spit on us. You degrade us. But you're only 1% of this nation. We are not a nation of Muslims. We are a nation of Christians. We are one nation under God, indivisible, the God of the Bible, the God of the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the God in whom we serve. I want you to prove to me we're not up under Sharia law. Will you denounce, Councilman O'Reilly, will you denounce Sharia law? Abraham, you went to Hillsdale. Will you renounce Sharia law? America, we have lost this city. This is a city that is no longer up under American laws. We are up under Sharia law. And we will not have it anymore. Enough is enough.
I tell you what, he was talking,
Finally.
Yeah. And he was talking about a guy named Lang, an activist in the area who's a faith-based champion of American culture. This guy Lang does baptisms wearing military garb and a bulletproof vest. He says, "I don't know about you, but I'm ready to load up cruise ships with blanking American guns and go liberate Spain from Muslims. If the Democrats take power in 28, they'll be at the southern border laying these animals down by the hundreds." He got, got in a fight a couple of weeks ago, and he took his protest to the annual religious commemoration of the Aberdeen March, and he took a punch from behind holding a sign said, "Deport 100 million, save America." The Muslim counter-protesters chased him back to his car, tried to hit him in the head with a rock, and the mayor is named Abdullah Hamoud, by the way, the mayor of Dearborn, Michigan, elected mayor by the people, Mayor Abdullah Hamoud. And according to the Census Bureau, a majority of Dearborn, Michigan residents report Middle Eastern and North African ancestry, making it the first city in America to have a predominantly Arab population, more than about 55% of the people.
Well, they're not all Arab, they're Muslim.
Muslims, yeah.
You keep calling them Arab, but
that's true. That's different. That's true. But that's what the survey said. But again, it's Muslim influence. Abdullah Mahmoud, mayor. Okie dokie.
Well,
sounds like an American name.
Yeah, and he was complaining. Really, the complaint is that when a Muslim does something like coming after somebody with a rock, he never gets arrested. You know, they let everything go because of the culture of Sharia law. Anyway, hold it. Camera, Pete, and Flounder. Here we go. Neil Boortz in less than a half an hour or so. There we go. And it's Let It Rip Friday. I'd love to hear from you, too. How's it going? What are your plans? Everything all right? You know, Donald Trump, we got the stock market going crazy. I think it's back up again after dropping yesterday. Good Lord.
But what are you doing this weekend?
Well, I don't want, I got have, the Asian cheerleader night of the Kimmer Fan Club on Saturday. So that could be interesting. Anyway, it's all it's be in my book because I'm going to be writing about it.
Some things don't go out of style. Faith, family, and plain old common sense. And Extra 106.3 still believes in that. Listen live or stream us anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app.
There's never been a better time to fall in love with Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett. Now through August 31st, get award-winning vehicles and exceptional offers from a brand you trust during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Explore the full lineup of hybrid, electric, gas, and wilderness vehicles, including the trusted 2026 Subaru Forester and the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Every Subaru is made with love and built to last, with dependability and value coming standard. It's no surprise why Consumer Reports named Subaru the best overall automotive brand for 2 years in a row, based on reliability, safety, owner satisfaction, and road test evaluations. At Subaru of Gwinnett, there's a lot to discover and a lot to love. Get special low rates on select vehicles from August 1st through August 31st on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services. Visit Subaru.com/CR to learn more.
Calling all hunters, hikers, and anglers. Join the Braves for hunting and fishing night, Saturday, October 29th. Score a Chipper Jones Real Tree APX Camo Replica Jersey giveaway. Plus, our partners at the Georgia Department of Natural Resources are bringing the outdoors to Truist Park with live reptiles, a massive aquarium display, inflatable archery, hunting license sales, and more fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now at Braves.com/hunting and fishing. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Buying an engagement ring should not feel rushed or overwhelming or like you are being sold to. At Solomon Brothers, we offer private appointments with experts who take the time to understand what matters to you. The largest selection, honest pricing, guidance you can trust. Because for over 44 years, we have helped Atlanta choose jewelry that marks life's most important chapters. Solomon Brothers, helping Atlanta say I do since 1982. Book a private appointment online.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who is recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state and for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply has been family-owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we treat you like family, too.
Check us out at StovallInc.com or stop by our new store in Canton, Georgia and see what we have to offer.
At Stovall, we supply all your landscape project needs.
Completely hassle-free, all the way down to the delivery.
Have you been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs.
We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Time to shut the door on your old, creaky, ugly garage door. I'm Dan Watkins, local owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Don't get ripped off by national companies with outrageous prices and gimmicky jingles, pretending they've been in Atlanta since day one. Here's what's really important: high-quality work, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
The legend Neil Boortz is only on Extra 106.3, Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station.
One of the problems with leftists in this country, or you might call them progressives, or I rather like the term libtards, one of the problems is they just cannot define the terms they use.
Atlanta Talk radio legends are only on Extra 106.3.
Tay-Tay. How you doing, baby? Yeah, we'll get home then. Well, that's what they say. Taylor Swift. 2024. Taylor Swift ended up her European leg of her Eras tour with a record-breaking show at Wembley Stadium. It was Tay-Tay's 8th concert at Wembley this summer in 2024, overtaking a record for any solo singer which had been set by Michael Jackson in his Bad tour. Taylor's 8th Wembley show saw her equal the overall record. Overall record for the most nights at a venue on a single tour set by Take That on their Progress Tour 2011. Shake it off, baby. I don't care what you say. I think she's a great story. I mean, what an incredible American story. From a very young age, and she's still the boss, and now she's found love and wants to be like a girl, and I think it's wonderful. So there you go. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, hi up. Let's see. Our birthdays include, this goes back for you old-timers like the Kimmer, although there aren't many people as old as the Kimmer. Jackie DeShannon, put a little love in your heart, or what the world needs now. That's about that. Jackie DeShannon, 85 years old. She also wrote Betty Davis' Eyes, which Kim Carnes turned into a hit. Jackie DeShannon's 85. I'll bet Neil Boortz remembers her. We got Neil Boortz coming up 4 o'clock. I'll bet he's do a little hugging and kissing to Jackie DeShannon songs. I remember being in the back seat of a 57 Chevy. Well, never mind.
Sorry. Tied up, thrown back there? Or?
Well, she couldn't get loose, No, it was a slip knot. Accidentally. No, I tease, I joke. And now, let's see, in 1992. Oh, that's a terrible story. 1992, trying to apprehend Randy Weaver for failing to appear in court on a weapons charge, U.S. Marshals encounter Weaver, his friend Kevin Harris, and Weaver's 14-year-old son Sammy and his dog. The marshals shot and killed the dog. That prompted a gun battle that ended in the death of Sammy. And again, Sammy's the 14-year-old son of Randy Weaver. Sammy got killed. He was shot in the back, and the U.S. Marshal who was shot by Harris. The following day, preparing Sammy's body for burial, an FBI sharpshooter opened fire, wounding Weaver and killing Weaver's wife, who was holding the door open when he ran back to his cabin. She was also holding their infant daughter at the time. Weaver, his remaining children, and Harris later surrendered. Harris was acquitted of all charges. Weaver was acquitted of all charges except the original arms charge. He was fined $10,000 and sentenced 18 months in prison, credited with time served. Timothy McVeigh would cite this and the Waco disaster as the reason for his Oklahoma City bombing. Ruby Ridge, 1992, U.S. Marshals. Wow, I remember that. What a story that was. A lot of things wrong with that case.
Federal government overstepping its bound.
Yeah. The same thing with Waco. I mean, just wow. A lot of badness for things they could have done differently. And anyway, could
have arrested him at any time walking around Waco.
The city.
Instead, he waits till he gets back there, and they wanted the publicity.
Yeah. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I saw the slide on last night of Jesse Waters. I thought, we just did a story about the pastor in Dearborn, Michigan, complaining about Sharia law taking over and the Muslims taking over. Well, I saw this last night. Honestly, I even made a note to myself, and I couldn't believe it. There is now a guy, what's happening in London, in New York for that matter, but in London, we talk about this, and Neil's mentioned this many times, the most popular name in London births is Mohammed.
Yeah,
there are more kids named Mohammed in London these days than anything else. And now, and because of all the people coming over from other parts of the world, the Britain Home Office has published a guide called Please Don't Rape Our Women. It's a slightly different title, but it asks and reminds asylum seekers not to rape the women and sexually harass people. 9-page document, resources provided to asylum seekers seeking refuge. The guidance is this is serious, is meant to foster an understanding of expected behaviors for those arriving from other countries. Aside from earning a living, women, this is what the guide says. For all you Muslims, aside from earning a living, women are allowed to go to school. And they can choose who they marry. They can choose to travel freely and generally make their own decisions. Women do not need permission from a husband or father or brother or any other man to do any of those things, unquote, says the guide. They cover gender equality, domestic abuse, sex and consent, respect, getting help, and living in the bed. The booklet notes asylum seekers are expected to, quote, treat your partner and family with respect. Let them make their own choices. Never physically or verbally abuse or control them. That's talking about their own family. The British guide has to tell the asylum-seeking Muslims, stop beating up your own family? Oh, my God. You must. One must not direct sexual comments at people, even if they think it's appropriate, or follow somebody or block their path, to refrain from whistling or making kissing noises. Holy crap! I mean, this is one section adds the consent. Both people must consent to sex without threat or pressure, and anybody can change their mind at any time. If you have sex with somebody without their consent, this is called rape. Rape is a serious crime in the UK. You could go to prison, lose your support and accommodation, and it will affect your asylum claim. Affect your asylum claim? If you're a Muslim and get called raping something in Britain, they may decide whether it affects your claim for asylum.
Oh, God.
I mean, I can't believe this.
Stop importing the 7th century.
They've already gotten rid of 70,000 illegal immigrants from foreign countries to returned and deported since the Labour Party came to power about a year and a half ago. The Home Secretary says, instead of trying to train these mainly young men, illegal immigrants, to behave in a civilized way toward women, they should be deported. Oh, my God. I mean, I honestly can't believe it. You have to remind them not to mistreat their own family? Women have the right to make their own decisions in our country?
How about just not bringing the third world into your country?
I mean,
it's too late for them. It's too late for them.
Well, it's getting to, I mean, look what's happening in America. Everything we're talking about now is Amram Saeed, Mohammed al-Saeed, and that woman in Colorado, the one in Florida, the girl in Florida is a total communist, a shrieker, and she's the Senate candidate. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is real.
At some point, though, the far left, the socialists, and the Muslims will be fighting each other. It's the way it always ends up.
And more people are speaking out about it. Even that idiot, rubber face there.
Say it.
I just talked to just said his
I'm
name.
going to write his name down and just tattoo it on your arm.
His wife had a birthday yesterday. And
James Carville.
James Carville.
Rahm Emanuel's coming out. He's running, by the way.
Well,
he's running for president.
That's why he's running. You know, and in fact, you know what scares me about this? What not scared me. What really bothers me is that someone like that, the old-fashioned Democrat middle-of-the-roader, is going to be appealing to the Democrats in America or the Trump haters in America who aren't really strong. You know, they're just kind of wishy-washy either way. And I'm afraid that when the election comes up, they're going to say, well, thank God at least now some moderate the old-fashioned Democrats are back in the ball game again, so we can vote for them. And I'm afraid that it's going to bring more people who were discouraged by what's going on in the party back to vote for a more moderate Democrat than they would because of the split. I hope not.
He claims he wants to close the border. He doesn't like an open way. All this stuff that he was against for so many years.
Right.
Remember, it was him and his brother that brought in Obamacare that screwed up health care.
That's right. Mayor
and lied about it.
Yeah, that's right.
And said afterwards, we knew that it would never be affordable, but we're going to pass it anyway, and we're going to keep saying it is because we need to get it passed.
Yeah. That's all just the slimy underbelly of politics. And it's all, and we're going through it right now. It's really hard to believe. Neil Boortz in about 15 minutes. Anyway, come repeat and flounder, 404-741-1230. And it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, out and steamy, and, what the heck? So everything's good. We got games, tweets, and flounders, funnies, and it's all right with the world. Look out. Here we go.
Keep up with all of our shows and the latest headlines by following Extra 1063 on Instagram, X, Facebook, Truth Social, and all your social media platforms. Plus exclusive giveaways and more. So follow now at XTRA 1063.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, 770-422. to plumb.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given was the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that, because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past, but there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension, but when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Be honest, when you pull into your driveway, does your house look rough, faded, cracked, outdated siding? Your neighbors have noticed. Just saying. Well, Nelson Exteriors will transform your home with beautiful new siding. Fast, professional, and done right the first time. And you're backed by the Trustdale $10,000 Make It Right guarantee. So there's literally zero excuse to keep living with it. Just search Nelson Exteriors. Your house will thank you. And so will your neighbors. Go to nelson-exteriors.com today.
Me too. You can just say that? Hey, why? Well, there you go. Hell, Your Honor, he said he was going to get high. You can't hold it against the man. This is an actual group. Afro Man. In 2022, police in Ohio raided the home of Afro Man looking for evidence of kidnapping and drug trafficking. They didn't charge him with anything, but he used the surveillance footage in his video for his song Lemon Pound Cake. And it zeroed in on a moment when a police officer looks down to discover yellow pound cake in the kitchen. The police searching his home in Ohio damaged his door and his gate. Security system wiring cost him $20,000 to fix it. During the raid, police seized $5,000 in cash from his house, and later they returned it. And somebody had walked off with $400 out of it, though. So just, I guess, a little fee or something. Afro man, yeah, I couldn't be there because I got high. Oh my God. I'll tell you, I thank God that I never even thought about doing cocaine. I'd be dead. I just know it. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Neil Boortz left to the old 4 o'clock news. Our birthday list, well, also, it's a Hayden Panettiere's, what would have been her 37th birthday today. She just died, as you know, a few days ago, last weekend. Hayden Panettiere would have been 37. Brody Jenner is 41 today. Brody Jenner is a celebritant, basically. He's in a show called The Hills, and he does podcast things, and he's in television and stuff. Brody Jenner is also the son of Caitlyn Jenner. So Caitlyn Jenner is Brody Jenner's father and mother, which is, I don't know, is that right? It's right. Caitlyn Jenner, therefore Brody Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, both his father and mother. I don't know. I mean, people can say that. Well, good for you. All right. And by the way, I support Caitlyn Jenner, who seems like a pretty decent fellow. Anyway, 1911. The Mona Lisa is stolen. Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting from the Louvre in Paris. The famous artist Pablo Picasso was implicated as the thief. He was eventually exonerated. The actual thief turned out to be Louvre employee Vincenzo Perugia. He stole the painting by entering the building during regular hours, hiding in a broom closet, and then walking out with the painting hidden under his coat. The theft wasn't discovered till the following day. Perugia was an Italian patriot, and he believed that Leonardo's painting should have been returned to an Italian museum. After having kept the Mona Lisa in his apartment for 2 years, Perugia was caught when he tried to sell it to the director of the gallery in Florence. Perugia served 6 months in prison for stealing the Mona Lisa, and he was hailed for his patriotism in Italy, since he tried to take it back to Italy from Paris. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 3:55. Oh, that dirty, rotten Dr. Jill, the phony, the enabling cuckold queen, is now once again trying to save the family's reputation. She's freaking everywhere, along with Hunter Biden these days, too. She's doubling down now on the possibility that former President Joe Cadaver was drugged before the debate that cost everything in 2024. We killed Medicare. Yes, you did. Well, Jill, during the night, is now doing more podcast talking, more interviews. She said doctors ruled out a stroke that night. She said, I didn't say to them, writing my book, I wasn't reflecting, God, did Joe have a stroke? Did Joe have a stroke? There's a lot of theories. He was traveling. And this girl, her girl said, well, there's no way if anything could have maybe, God forbid, laced his drink or something. Who knows, Jill? Dr. Jill said, who knows? It could have been drugged. Golly. Jeez. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, do you believe these people? And Hunter Biden is actually being talked about as a presidential candidate.
Yeah. If anyone drugged him, it was her.
Yeah. The freaking enabler. That woman should be in prison. That wife of his is responsible for all of it. Letting this happen, I mean, shame on her. She should have put him out to pasture as soon as he won. The night he somehow won the crooked, stolen election, she should have said, Joe, congratulations, you're going down in history. You're going to be a president of the United States, and then you're going to freaking retire. Period. That's it. That's the ball game. Unbelievable. By the way, Michael Cohen's back in the news. After the Neil Boortz thing, we'll talk about that with Donald Trump. After Cohen testified against him back when Donald Trump was convicted of 34 felonies, Michael Cohen, his former lawyer, was one of the reasons. But first, speaking of politics, Mark, there was a survey, and I don't believe any of it. I can't believe this. Emerson College, they do polls all the time, and I think they're well respected. They have done a poll, and it shows that if you're talking about Vice President Carmela Harris and Ocasio-Benbango Stupidio, Marco Rubio beats them both, but listen to the figures. They say if Marco Rubio went against either Carmela or AOC, he would win 48-43. That's it. J.D. Vance beats AOC 46-44, but Carmela's side piece beats J.D. Vance in the poll by 4 points. The fact that she's even in the poll. How about Gavin Newsom? Rubio beats Gavin Newsom 46-40. Rubio garners 46 to Vance's 44 backing, but they trail Newsom, who beats them 49-48. How is that even? And guess what? John Osshole, little Johnny Panty Pants, is the strongest performing Democrat put against the two Trump officials. Osshole taking on Natalie Harpin, that horrible, slanderous thing he said, holds a 3-point edge over Rubio and a 5-point edge over Vance. Oh, my God. John Osshole would beat J.D. Vance and Rubio if the thing was held today. I'm going to go down, lay down now, and Flounder. Can we do a Flounder's funny here?
Phrasing.
I got just somebody lay me down, dear God, Flounder. If you could do Flounder's funny
when
here.
When you go to a hip bar now, they give the cocktails like a silly joke name, and then you have to say that out loud. It's always some annoying liberal shit. It's like, you want to screw the patriarchy martini? We don't serve Manhattans, we serve they them Hattans. Or I want to go to a Republican bar that does that. A bar that's like, yeah, you're going to want to try the vaccine made me gay IPA. We also have addicted to Pilsner. And I hardly knew my father. So we don't serve
Who's that, Flounder?
Mr. Jeffrey Amos.
Oh, excellent stuff. I love freaking comedians. We ought to do 10 a day. Anyway, Kara Pete and Flounder and Neil Boortz will be joining us in just a couple of minutes after a news check. We got all of what's going on around the world. And if you've heard his commentary, he's always got something to say. And I can't wait to talk about what the hell's going on in Europe with the Muslim conflict and everything else. Kara Pete and Flounder, Let It Rip Friday on 106.3. Look out.
WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
The president can keep building the ballroom. I'm Carmen Roberts, Fox News. That's the temporary ruling from the Supreme Court as justices continue weighing his emergency appeal.
Chief Justice John Roberts issued the temporary order, which prevents a lower court order from taking effect that would have stopped above-ground construction on the ballroom. The Supreme Court will now consider lawsuits aimed at stopping the project. The order stayed today was based on the argument that President Trump did not have congressional approval. The administration has argued that the president has the right to renovate the White House and other federal buildings as necessary. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
In a speech today, President Trump said it's better to end the war with Iran now because the U.S. has decimated the country and he's getting ready to unleash financial punishment with his economic D-Day.
But Iran is not backing down and saying it will fight and will withstand the economic pressure. Iran's parliamentary speaker saying we must make plans to deal with the unjust sanctions so that we can overcome them.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt in Tel Aviv. The defense team for Lindsay Clancy, who is on trial for the murder of her 3 children in Massachusetts, rested its case today.
The defense closed with forensic psychiatrist Dr. Philip Resnick. He is the leading expert in cases in which parents kill their children, testifying via Zoom that Lindsay Clancy delusionally followed a male voice commanding her to kill, believing it was morally right. Resnick also testified that Clancy is not faking her symptoms. But in a tense moment on cross-examination, prosecutors pointed out Clancy's medical records never showed homicidal thoughts.
Fox's Brian Yanis reporting from Plymouth. Closing arguments could begin on Monday. America's listening to Fox News.
When it comes to supplements, 2 things matter most:
that it works and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Joni shared that before Relief Factor, her husband couldn't open his hands in the morning and had to give up playing the guitar. Now he wakes up with flexibility, and he's back to playing music. They are both recommending Relief Factor to friends as a way to enjoy the things they love again. I get what Joni's husband went through. I couldn't paint. I couldn't button my own shirts in the morning. The pain made it so difficult to hold a paintbrush or button my shirts. It was horrible. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
He's back. He's back. Kevin P. Flounder and Neil Boortz from Parts Unknown after I struck traveling a long way. Neil Boortz, how you doing? What's going on, sir? Welcome back.
Doing great. I missed you last week, didn't I?
You did, and we were very upset about it. I knew you had to be on the road and everything else, but we were very upset because
last Friday, as a matter of fact, was the long day of traveling. Almost 700 miles.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, and that was because we had a blowout on Wednesday and didn't get anywhere.
Oh, mercy. Now, I know you were talking about the time when those guys who helped you with the blowout were making $1 million a year and they never went to college and stuff. That was a cool story.
Oh, yeah. Well, it happened again.
Okay. Really? Maybe you should get some better wheels or tires. I don't know. Just
No. It was the damn heat on the highways.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
You know? Yeah. But anyway, so Don and I were cruising along Tuesday night. And it was about 5 in the afternoon, and all of a sudden on one of the tires, thump. Oh,
boy.
It's road noise.
No.
It's road noise. Donna, no, it's not road noise. It's the tire. No, honey, it's road noise. I'm the one driving this.
Yeah,
thump. So we pulled into a truck stop, and I said, I want you to do a road test with me. Okay, we'll do it in the morning. You know, have a nice night in the truck stop. So we did. It was our anniversary night.
Yeah. Excellent.
Isn't that excellent?
Excellent. 60 years, would you say 55 years? I forgot you. I've heard
53.
53, yeah, excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah, well, we've been an item for 55.
Well, there you are.
Yeah. Thanks to Ben Baldwin. That's a name you don't know, isn't it?
Ben Baldwin. I do not know Ben Baldwin, I don't think.
Yeah. He didn't like Donna at all.
Oh, well, was he a friend of yours or hers or what?
Well, he was a talk show host on Ring Radio way back when.
I don't know.
And Donna always got the better of him, so he thought he'd get even with Donna by introducing her to me.
Oh, my. Another personal, but...
Well, yeah, there you go. So, hey, Kimmer, I got to tell you.
All right.
So the next morning after our wonderful night at the truck stop, and the next morning, knock on the door, this guy, we're going to do a road test. Okay, fine. Donna goes in the cafe. And as soon as we get out on the expressway, I-70, this guy starts telling me about all the felonies he's committed and how many times he's been in prison.
Yeah.
You know, I can't own a gun, and they won't let me vote either. And I think I'm driving.
Gee, why is that, sir?
Where are we going?
Oh.
You know, I've got that.
Turn off into the woods in here.
Yeah, I got that Desert Eagle in the back of the bus here, but I don't know if I can get to it in time.
Oh, my.
Anyway, so I'm hanging onto the steering wheel, and I'm thinking, if that noise doesn't start up again, this is all going to be a waste of time.
Yeah.
And as soon as that thought crossed my mind, blammo, there it goes.
Yeah, not good.
So, and that was the rest of the day. We found the only tire in Kansas, and
I'll bet
had it couriered in. And anyway, hey, did you hear the news about Nate Bargatze?
Nate Bargatze, these days, my favorite comedian. I love his work. I have not heard the latest on Nate Bargatze.
His latest tour set the all-time world record for revenue for a comedy tour.
Wow. I believe it. Wow. I just double, triple wow. I believe it. He's great.
He's great. He's amazing. Donna and I saw him here at an arena, and it was a horrible show.
Well, now why you mean that? Why
because we were in the 8th row, and I couldn't understand a word he said.
From the reverb of the speaker, or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
How could they not know that and not be able to fix it before the freaking
it's
show?
me. I'm an old fart.
Well, that doesn't make it. So am I. I'm wearing freaking ear rockets plugged in my ears
too.
here. But
I am
you got to be able to hear the guy from 25 feet. Jeez.
I'm wearing them now.
All right. Well, there you go.
and I want to see him again. I bet I can understand him.
Well, I'll be darned.
So I heard you talking about cocktails. Why are you talking about cocktails?
I don't remember talking about cocktails. I might have. Was I talking about cocktails? Oh, Pete froze again.
It was the comedy
there he
bit.
is. Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, the funny names of comedy. Yeah, Flounder's funny. Yeah, that's a very funny guy.
Well, Donna kicks me under the. I got so many bruises on my shins. The first time I run into a new server somewhere, barmaid, I'll ask her if she knows how to make a Hungarian snot hound.
Oh man, I'd kick you in the shins too. I think and they always say, "Gee, what's in it or whatever." And what do you tell them?
It's just an old German, in the German part of Central Texas, people like to have a snot hound before they went to bed at night.
Oh my God!
Wish
I hadn't thought about that.
How she's stuck with me.
It's hard to believe. I know.
And then you were talking about Rubio.
Yeah, Marco Rubio. Yeah, what do you think?
On what planet?
I know.
On what planet is J.D. Vance a more attractive candidate than Marco Rubio?
Well, either way, but clearly Marco Rubio is way more active and aggressive and quick and ready to go. And J.D. Vance is a terrific guy, and he's got great philosophies, and he's reliable and pleasant and charming and serious.
He's as dumb as a pap smear.
Well, I don't think he's dumb at all, but I think he's.
I think boring. He's boring.
Yeah, he's definitely not dumb, but he's definitely not a rabble-rousing, kick-ass guy. And I think after Trump, we bet. And by the way, can you even believe the polls are showing that the three idiots, AOC and Carmela Sidepiece and Governor Haircut, are all in the running. They're all with a standard deviation of being equal to the Republicans. How is that possible?
Well, did you also read the story that some group of people went out and made up polls?
Yeah, we talked about that, and they finally admitted it and said we just did it as a social experiment.
Yeah,
and they had like a 20-point difference to see if anybody would react to it.
Yeah, we're going to stop now. We won't do it anymore.
Yeah, they promised we just did it for fun. God,
I mean,
I don't believe anything anymore. Honestly, there's no possible way. Carmela, how could anybody even want to give her a dime for advertising? How is she even still being interviewed? And AOC's not going to be elected president. What is she, 35?
Wait a minute. That how many people on video have you heard saying Donald Trump will never be president of the United States?
I know.
He will never be.
I know it. And I
don't say that.
Well, I just honestly, Neil, I don't know what the hell would happen to this. And again, they keep talking about, if Congress, if they can elect a Democrat president, they're sure as hell going to elect a Democrat Senate and Congress.
Well, and
it's over. We'll have a revolution.
Follow me, Kimmer.
Yeah.
Pay attention to me.
All right.
I no longer get up in the morning and watch Fox and Friends.
Well.
I don't even watch a newscast until the evening when I pick one national newscast, watch the first 3 or 4 stories, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Then I go watch To Catch a Smuggler.
Or police great shifts or something. One of those.
Oh yeah, or Cops Cops Reloaded or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah.
I love streaming stories about sovereign citizens.
Okay. Sovereign citizen stories. All right, sir.
Yeah, I just love the part where they get their asses drug out of the car and thrown on the ground and handcuffed. I mean, that's more. You got to join me, Kimmer.
Well, I can't. I got to work. I got all this job.
My life is so blissful now.
I know. Yeah, tell me about it. I appreciate it. I had that for like 5 years. Okay, I had one stretch there. I made money for like 3 years in this stupid business, and then I had like 5 years of retirement. So therefore, I'm done. I mean, I had like 8 years of a great thing going, and now it's all over. So.
Hey, Kimmer.
Yeah.
We bought a new Boortz bus.
Oh God, I know that it's like a freaking subdivision on wheels. It's got lights flashing on it and helicopter pad.
Do you have your phone handy?
I do.
I just hit the button to send you a 2-minute video on the new Boortz bus.
That's a problem. It takes 2 minutes to go from front to back. That thing is freaking enormous. You can't park it anywhere. You're going to have to rent like a subdivision.
Well, crank it up and tell me what you think.
All right, well, I got it right here. I'm thinking, all right, and I'm hitting the little arrow there, and this freaking, that's unbelievable. I'll turn down the volume. I mean, that's just, oh my God, that thing's enormous. That's the prettiest bus. It's not even a bus.
I cannot tell you how much I love driving those things, yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, seriously. Now, I won't describe it so people won't recognize you when you drive around, but it's absolutely unbelievable.
Let's do a road trip.
Oh, my God. We could do our show in there for like a month under. I mean, you could have your own chef and your own restaurant, your kitchen. It looks like you rent out a bed and breakfast in the back there. Oh, my God.
It's our second home, Kimber. The difference between our second home and others is we can put it anywhere we want it.
Well, it's nicer than every place I've lived.
I doubt that.
Well, no, I had one home for
Hey, I heard a good line that we ought to use on these idiot socialists, these kids.
Yeah, please do. What is it?
When the Berlin Wall fell, nobody ran toward the east.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
But these kids are too stupid to understand what that means.
I know. It's for all the wrong reasons. And again, we've thought about surveys recently, and they showed basically a couple things. One, that young girls hate men. Like 25-30% of the young women just hate men. They don't have anything to do with, don't want to be mothers, which is going to ruin American society. If you don't have mothers and families, you don't have, so-and-so.
What about sex? They don't use men for sex at all?
Well, no, it's not a thing. It's just, it's just astounding. And that most of them are Democrats, by far, and most of them are socialists. 60% of American Democrats believe socialism's the way to go. I mean, that's astounding to me.
Well, in light of that, Kimmer, because these are the younger voters, how is it possible that Democrats even remain viable in any election?
I know.
All it takes is mature Americans to go to the polls and put a solid one-time stop to this BS by sending AOC and that fossil.
Yeah, God.
Bernie Sanders.
Oh, Lord.
If it weren't for three multi-million-dollar homes.
Yeah. If it weren't for that guy in South Carolina, Calhoun or Clemson or whatever his freaking name is.
Oh, the preacher?
The congressman down there who fixed the primary so that Bernie wouldn't win, and that's how they got Biden. Bernie Sanders would have been the Democrat nominee. If they had let it happen, the Democrat Party would have elected Bernie Sanders to be their candidate against Trump instead of Biden.
Well, it's amazing what these people come up with.
Yeah.
And the kids say, okay, like this idiot from Jacksonville with the pink megaphone.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's see. Medicare for all.
Yeah.
Now, there
goes your insurance.
Yeah, they hit on a way to say socialized medicine.
Right.
Without saying socialized medicine.
Medicaid for all,
right. So they just say Medicaid for all, which means that all health care will be paid for by the government.
Right. We all lose our health care.
Yeah. Free, and then free child care.
Yep. Well, free college.
Yeah. Where they going to come up with the money to?
I know.
Well, you know what we'll tax the millionaires and billionaires and the corporations.
Yeah. And of course that leads to the NGOs where like the Somali community in Minnesota. Oh, we'll take care of your kids. We can do all this child care here. Just sign your kid up here, and then of course they bill you for $4 million and no one's ever there. I mean, this it's just a scam. The whole thing's a freaking scam. And the whole Democrat Party's a scam.
This pink megaphone lady, national
psychopath.
Yeah. Oh, she is. Oh. But she is the Democrat candidate for Senate now in Florida.
That's right. Communist.
She wants a national rent freeze.
How many? Yeah, could you afford? I mean, what are they thinking?
And a moratorium on evictions.
You're right.
where you freeze the rent, and if they can't pay it, you're not allowed to evict them.
Well, it wouldn't be fair. You know, they have a right. God gave them a right to your home. You know, we all know this. You have a right to a house. You have a right to a house.
Way back, you know, and I can't even remember the year, Kimmer, because I've gone through so damn many of them.
Well, yeah.
As have you.
Yes, I have.
But Don and I owned some apartments in Smyrna.
Yeah, there you go.
And where everybody wants to be from Vinings.
Yeah, well, yeah. In fact, we used to joke about Smyrna Vinings. That's right.
Oh, you know, where do you live? I live in Vinings. What's your address?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Smyrna,
Georgia.
Yeah. But
Vinings by the river or what all those.
Yeah, make no mistake. I live in Vinings. The address may say Smyrna, but that was just
theoretically.
But all of a sudden, they changed the tax laws, where these were low-income apartments that we owned, and we got some decent tax breaks for owning and maintaining low-income housing. The minute those tax breaks went away, we sold the whole damn thing, and it was bulldozed and made a strip mall.
Yeah, well... Yeah,
I mean,
and there
this
goes
is
housing. And there goes,
this is government. Oh, okay. Pinky also wants a universal jobs program with inflation-adjusted wages, so you automatically get a job.
Yeah. Boy, that sounds great. I should vote for that. That sounds great. I mean, they say all these great things. They say, "Oh, that sounds terrific."
Yeah, and then to pay for these, she says, we'll tax the billionaires so that everybody pays their fair share.
Yeah, and they're going to just say, okay, fine, let me go ahead and give you my money here. You know, all the billionaires are going to line up. Say, yeah, I want you to take about 100 million here and 200 million there. They're going to just sit still for just having this happen. What in the world are these people thinking? Seriously. What do they think would happen if we don't have any more customs officials or border patrol at America's borders? What do they think is going to happen at the ports if nobody's there to inspect anything and nobody cares who comes across into our country? What do they think is going to happen?
Kimmer, you sick puppy.
Such an idiot. I know. I'm not good.
I was watching an interview with, I was one of these young Democrat socialists, you know, with the nose ringer, and they were interviewing. Well, you don't want any prisons. You don't want any. The guy said
in the future.
He said, well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What if my daughter got raped and murdered, and they caught the guy who did it? Should they not have a police force that could have caught him? Should they not have a prison that he should go to for the rest of his life? And this idiot Democrat socialist said, well, I don't like to deal in hypotheticals.
Yeah. And the other,
my God.
The other thing they do is say, well, we're more concerned about finding ways with social programs to make sure this doesn't happen in the first place. That is our goal, so we don't need prisons to be able to be going, oh, my, seriously, what are they? Do they learn this, how to talk like or think like this in college? It's unbelievable.
Kimmer, Donna and I, we agree, and if we agree, it's got to be true.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, for maybe as much as 80% of the people going to college, their education is going to be completely worthless.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It is. Worthless as blank on an AOC.
Did you see the interview with Duffy, the transportation secretary, and his wife, the Fox girl who's had 15 kids together? And
I did not.
They had a discussion. His daughter wants to go to Harvard.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And the discussion, it was on, I think it was a podcast or something, and they even used bad words. And they were saying, listen, I don't want you to go to, I think you're making a mistake. They're going to churn you in 3 months. You're going to come back a different person. They're going to say, you don't have to listen to your father and mother. What are you thinking? I mean, that was their discussion. They didn't want their daughter to go to freaking Harvard. Now, you and I are old enough to say, oh, my God, back in the day, if you were going to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Dartmouth, the Ivy League, but the top colleges you were in, but Harvard especially was known as, cream of the crop territory. And now I wouldn't want my kid to go to Harvard for the man on the moon.
No, I mean, thank you, Dad, for sending me to Texas A&M.
Well, there you go. Learn how you had to. I bet you were in one of those cadet military classes, ROTC, weren't you? In
I
ROTC.
was. Yes, sir.
Yeah, damn right you were. So was I, man. In college, that's the way it was.
Yes,
you
sir.
go to school. If you go to a state university or something, you're in ROTC. They give you a uniform, and you go to marching stuff
Fish
every
sports,
week.
sir. Fighting
Yes.
Seagram 7, the best damn outfit in the whole campus. And then when they asked me, I still remember the BS. They asked me a question I don't know the answer to.
Yeah.
I had to spit this little speech out in
Yeah.
30 seconds or less.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm going to slow it down. Sir, not being informed to the highest degree of accuracy, I hesitate to articulate for fear I may deviate from the true course of rectitude. In short, sir, I am a very dumb fish, sir. Do not know, sir. God, that's been so many years and I still remember it.
Yeah.
And then we stole the CO's footlocker.
Well, that wouldn't be good. Before I went to Paris Island, another Marine buddy told me, whenever you screw up, and you will, and the drill instructor says, what is your main malfunction? Sir, the private has no explanation for his behavior, sir.
When we had the CO's footlocker until we returned it, we had to sleep on our bed springs. Naked. Yeah. And they gave us a washcloth to strategically locate on the bed spring so that we wouldn't maim ourselves in the middle of the night.
Don't toss and turn there. That would be bad. Yeah.
Oh, my God, those were the days.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You know what was funny? We're in the mess hall, and an upperclassman, he would pick out a freshman, and he'd say, see so-and-so over at that table over there? Yeah. Okay. He'd had him a lighter, head over, The guy would get on the floor and crawl through these tables. If you ever felt him by your feet, you just move your feet and act like nothing's happened. Until he got to that other person, then he would light his napkin on fire.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, that's...
there's a lot of old Army Aggies listening to me right now, just nodding their heads and say, oh, God, that was all so cool.
I'll bet you. Well, those are the days.
Oh, gosh, what am I going to do now? Okay, another subject.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere on Earth, anywhere, in any culture, in any society, in any country,
on Earth,
a man that's more whipped than Harry?
Well, she chopped him off a long time ago, and he's trying to grow him back. Although I think two things. I think he wants to go say goodbye to his dying father who killed Princess, and I also think that he's worried about.
Kimber, that's just so terrible.
I also think, he's responsible for it, and I also think that he's worried about the inheritance and the money. And I know he's not going to get part of the royal crown stuff, but I think he's trying to make amends and afraid they're going to be shut out because as far as I'm concerned, they're a freaking disaster. And good riddance. The whole thing is a shame. He was a combat, a helicopter pilot fighter guy, and she turned him into a toad. Whip. I mean, it's just horrible.
You remember Clark Howard when Clark Howard got married. I had the ideal wedding present for him.
All right, sir. An abacus? Or
No. It was a Sylvester the cat.
Yeah.
A stuffed Sylvester, a plush, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Which was intricately, say the word for me.
Intricately.
Kipper. Yes, intricately woven into the end of a bullwhip.
Oh, no. Cat whipped, yes. Sylvester whip. Yeah, there you go.
And we gave it to Clark for his wedding present.
Oh, I love it.
I tried to find another one of those. They just don't exist anymore. I think Clark Howard has the only one.
I'll be darned. Yeah, I can't imagine.
So,
cool. Anyway.
I ought to just go ahead and make them. Okay.
Make them and sell them? There's an idea.
Yeah. I don't want to work. I do not.
Good point. Yeah, there you go. You almost forgot for a second. What are you thinking?
Can I make an unsolicited endorsement for which nobody's going to get paid?
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you want.
If you spend any time on the internet at all, somebody has patented a fitted bottom sheet, with the top sheet attached to it, sewed to it.
Oh, so the bottom is sewed, so you can crawl like a net, or like
one sheet. Yeah,
like what the hell you call it? Sleeping bag.
Well, it's not sewed on the sides, just at the bottom, so that if you can pull the sheet up, you're not going to pull it. Your feet aren't going to come out of it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I can see that.
Yeah, so I got one. I love it. I'm tall.
Yeah.
And so my feet are always coming out of the bottom of the sheet and getting cold because we keep the room at 58 degrees while we're sleeping.
Shall I admit something to you?
Uh-oh.
They're going to make fun of me for it.
Yeah.
When I go to bed, my sleepwear includes a pair of lightweight running pants, the jogging pants.
Yeah.
And I wear socks, and I take the bottom parts of the running pants and stuff them into my socks so that when I toss and turn at night, I don't have the ankles and bare feet or bare part of the ankles getting the cold thingamastein. So I stuck them in my socks every night.
The truth ain't in you, man.
Why? What do you mean?
The truth ain't in you. There is no way a white guy would do that.
I do it every night. Well, I get up. For one thing, I get up at least twice a night. I'm usually up around 2:30, 4:10.
The wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, and it's cold. And if I'm tossing and turning in bed, which I always am when I'm fighting with my demons, if I don't have any socks or things on, my ankles get cold, and I wake up and I think, oh, damn it. And so I take my running, lightweight jogging pants, and I stuff the bottom part with the cuff part into my socks. And it keeps it nice and snug the whole night, and I love it when doing that, and I'm never changing.
You are indeed strange.
I could be a young girl. It's possible I could be a 14-year-old prep school girl.
Okay, Kimmer, just a word of advice. When you're talking about what you do in bed, don't even use the words 14-year-old girl.
I know, it's not right.
That should be a completely different subject.
It's totally wrong.
Well, Pete will tell you that, won't you, Pete?
I will. By the way, do you have any stories for your good friend Tom Houck on his birthday?
Tom Houck's birthday? That's
I
right,
do.
We're talking about him. All right, go ahead, please.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, remember there was this, I can't remember the name of the bar. It was on Peachtree Street.
Yeah.
The hangout of Pete, the North Side barkeep, was the bartender there. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, Harrison's.
No kidding. Cool.
Yeah, so I hosted a birthday party for for Houck at that bar one night. I can't tell you which birthday it was.
Yeah.
And I went out and I had T-shirts made for all of the servers and the bartenders.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
What were the T-shirts?
It said, "Please don't tell my mom I date Tom Houck. She thinks I'm a hooker."
No. Outstanding.
Waiter, there's a check on my table.
He was, what's this check doing?
We did a remote broadcast at the opening of the Gold Club way back then.
Oh, wow, that is back there.
And you know how we're interviewing the girls. Well, come on, let's be honest here. You all have had breast altercations, haven't you?
God, altercations. Oh, I love it. Don't play the music.
There comes the music.
It's clear till 6. Honestly, I don't know why we're doing on Friday lunch. I'm like just till 6, and you can be driving along. Your wife can drive the wheel for an hour or something.
I'm home. Naples. David just called up and he said, "Flounder, play the music, damn it."
Yeah, Mr. Dickey. All right. Well, Neil, listen, have a great weekend, and welcome back home, and congratulations on your new subdivision on wheels. And hugs and kisses to the missus, and Semper Fi, my friend, and talk to you again next week.
I got to go out front and wait for Instacart.
There you go. Be careful out there.
Okay,
Thanks,
buddy.
Neil Boortz. Thanks, man. Here we go. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and adios for now. Look out.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the U.S. of A. at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the Collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
For the purpose of this commercial, we'll refer to erectile dysfunction
as Ed. This is the story of Ed. No one likes Ed. Ed can be a real problem, a real downer. Ed can come between you and your partner. And if you let Ed go unchecked, Ed'll continue to destroy your hanky-panky plans. Ed has taken over your life. On date night, all you can think about is Ed. When you roll over in bed for the morning smooch, there's Ed. And when you're cooking a romantic dinner for your wife, there's Ed in an apron. So how do you get rid of Ed? Kick him to the curb with Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They're Ed experts. They understand what causes Ed to be Ed, and they know how to get Ed going in the right direction. He'll learn to stand on his own with proven all-natural therapies that don't require surgery or downtime. So if you've had enough of Ed, take matters into your own hands. Call Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911. Learn more online at tbtofga.com.
At Jim Ellis Buick GMC, buying your next vehicle can be as simple, convenient, and personal as you want it to be. With the Jim Ellis Expressway, start or complete your entire purchase online, right from home.
Shop at your own pace, on your own time. You can handle things independently or work with a knowledgeable Jim Ellis Buick GMC sales professional who's ready to help when you need it.
Value your trade, explore payment options, complete your purchase online, and even have your new vehicle delivered to your home.
Jim Ellis Buick GMC is a local family-owned dealership built on trust, transparency, and long-term relationships.
Unlike some national auto dealers, Jim Ellis Buick GMC takes care of you before the sale, during the purchase, and long after you drive home. Convenience makes buying easier. Trust makes owning easier.
2 convenient locations to serve you in Chamblee on Peachtree Boulevard inside the perimeter or off Highway 20 in Buford near the Mall of Georgia.
Jim Ellis Buick GMC, we are professional grade.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
With all the rain we've had lately, excess moisture can build up in your home, leaving it feeling sticky and muggy, even when your air conditioner's running. That's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning recommends whole house dehumidifiers. It works with your HVAC system to remove excess moisture throughout your home, helping improve comfort, reduce musty odors, and create a healthier indoor environment. And if it's time for a new system, now's a great time to upgrade. Qualified homeowners can receive up to $2,700 in carrier rebates and up to 60 months of 0% financing with approved credit. Since 1947, Georgia families have trusted Central Heating and Air Conditioning for dependable comfort. Call 770-GET-HEAT. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or go to centralheat.com. Turn to your Atlanta carrier experts at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family-owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com. Or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Moments last forever. Since 1982, Solomon Brothers has been Atlanta's trusted destination for engagement rings, wedding bands, and fine jewelry. With the largest selection, a price match guarantee, and one of the strongest trade-up policies available, we make buying jewelry feel personal, not pressured. Because for over 44 years, we have helped Atlanta choose jewelry that marks life's most important chapters. Solomon Brothers, helping Atlanta say I do since 1982. Book your private shopping experience online.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. plan well, and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Braves fans, mark your calendars as the Dodgers and Rockies come to town August 25th through the 30th. Fans can look forward to the Harry Potter and HBCU specialty ticket packages during the week. Both include a game ticket and a specialty bobblehead.
And that's crushed to deep right. Knocked out by Olsen.
Then make sure to arrive early on Saturday for Hunting and Fishing Night, presented by the Georgia Department of Natural Resources and Realtree. Enjoy a variety of interactive exhibits, including live reptiles, a massive aquarium display, inflatable archery, hunting license sales, and more fun for the whole family. Plus, the first 15,000 fans will receive a Chipper Jones Realtree APX Camo replica jersey. The week wraps up on Sunday as the first 3,000 kids through the gates will score the Kids City Connect Sliding Mick giveaway. Visit Braves.com/promos to check out the fun and purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Oh my God. What happened?
You got to read the story.
For the 2015 Foo Fighters?
Keep reading.
After the Westboro Baptist Church in 2015, famous for the anti-gay demonstrations, staged a protest before a Foo Fighters concert in Kansas City at the Westboro Baptist Church. The band responded by driving a truck in front of the demonstrators and rickrolling them.
They're gonna pick you up. They're gonna pick you down.
The Westboro Baptist Church anti-gay guys staged a protest, so the band Foo Fighters showed up with a truck and played Rickrollin' Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up, blasting a version of it. And in fact, thank you if I didn't recognize, I was just surprised because it's a 4:30 break, and normally something different happens at the 4:30 break.
We'll do it next break.
Yeah, no, fine, it's all good. It's all good. But I used to be in the Patriot Guard when that was many years ago, and I still had my police motorcycle that I'd souped up, and we would wear white long-sleeve dress shirts, and we would show up on our motorcycles anytime there was a military funeral. After the Westboro Baptist Church people started showing up protesting gays in the military and disrupting funeral services, and we used to show up on our motorcycles to block anybody from protesting. And I don't know whether anybody, if they still do that or even have the group, I don't know. But it was the Patriot Guard. And I was very proud to be able to do that occasionally. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. Oh, by the way, Pete, for a few minutes, I watched a football game last night with a new star of the NFL, supposedly the Heisman Trophy winner from Indiana, who is now with Las Vegas. Poor bastard. But I thought there was kind of a funny story about somebody trying to say, it's all right, kid, welcome to the bigs kind of deal. Anyway, we'll talk about Holy Crap at Sports coming up. And I think there are games tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so we're getting, and the Falcons, I think, is Saturday. Pete's got Holy Crap at Sports coming up. But again, I thought, I really do kind of watch, I don't watch the whole games anymore at all. When football's on, I just watch the 20.
Come on. Exhibition is unwatchable.
Yeah, it really is. I tune in for 5 or 6 minutes, and I just want to see if there's anything funny or different or weird, and I watched this quarterback last night, and it was...
I can watch the Falcons because I want to see who they're going to keep, who they're not going to keep. I can watch a little bit of that. Yeah. But the other teams...
Yeah, you can't.
I just have no care whatsoever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just wanted to see kind of what was going on. I probably watched 6 minutes. And then I think I might have gone back maybe 2 or 3 minutes again, but it's on. Yeah, I can't spend time with it. Anyway, so Holy Crap of Sports coming up here at Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and Amy Fisher is having a birthday today, number 52, the Long Island Lolita. Amy Fisher was having an affair with Joey Buttafuoco, and he was older and she was a teenager, and they had an affair. And then Amy went to Joey's house one day, and when Joey's wife answered the door, Amy Fisher shot his wife in the face.
and messed her up forever. They actually reunited. Amy Fisher went to prison for 7 years. Joey Buttafuoco went to prison for 4 months for rape. And then many years later, Amy Fisher and Mrs. Buttafuoco actually reunited on TV for some kind of a special thing. And then Amy, when she got out of prison after 7 years, she became a porn star, then did celebrity rehab. She got married, had 3 kids, and is divorced. Amy Fisher is also 52 on this day today, and kind of dropped out of the public eye. And on this day in history, it was 1942. Walt Disney's Bambi was released in theaters. Re-released in 1947, 57, 66, 75, 82, 88. One of the best-known Disney movies ever produced, Bambi. Initially, the movie lost money during its first release. Not everybody was a fan of the movie at all. The sales of hunting licenses fell dramatically after Bambi came out. And an edition of the magazine Outdoor Life, I used to get that. I got Boys Life, Outdoor Life, we got all those things. A magazine, Outdoor Life, the editor, Raymond Brown, wrote that Bambi was, quote, the worst insult ever offered in any form to American sportsmen. Despite what some people may think, Disney didn't have an agenda when he created Bambi. He was just following a book called Bambi by some guy in Australia. And I remember when Bambi came around to our theater when my daughters were little, I'd probably like 8 and 5 or something like that. And Bambi came and they went, well, Mommy, Bambi, Bambi. And my wife, the one who loved me, looked at me and said, you're taking him. I'm not taking him. To go see Bambi? She said, I'm not taking him. You take him. So I did. And, oh, God, crying. It's going to be better. Wait, you'll see Bambi's going to be, oh, God. I mean, just, 2 little girls and it's bawling. Oh, Lord. Yeah. All right, Kevin Pete and Flounder, how's it going? Now, our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Michael Cohen and Donald Trump have reunited, and this was a case of going back when Donald Trump was convicted. I got to get my thing here. Donald Trump was convicted, you'll recall, in Donald Trump reminiscing of the old days. Prosecutors convicted Donald Trump of 34 felonies in 2024, and Michael Cohen was Donald Trump's former attorney and what called his fixer. And, oops, a daisy, somebody dinged, that might have been me. Now, here's what happened. Donald Trump was convicted on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. You recall that, paying money for strippers' records and stuff like that. He was following his boss's orders. On January 10th, 2025, Judge Mershon sentenced Donald Trump to an unconditional discharge. That means no prison time, no fines, no probation. But the conviction of Donald Trump for 34 felonies became the first president to take office after being convicted as a convicted felon. Cohen went to prison, admitting he concealed $4 million in income from the IRS to get a loan, pleaded guilty to campaign finance violation of his laws. He also testified against Donald Trump during the Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's novel prosecution over the hush money. And Michael Cohen turned on his own client, Donald Trump, as his former lawyer, and helped him get convicted of 34 felonies. And this was back in, a while ago. And then all of a sudden now Donald Trump and Michael Cohen are doing a radio show together. Flounder, if you will, here's a couple of comments of they're releasing it in segments, and the first one is out right now. Flounder, if you will, Michael Cohen and Trump. Right here in the radio. Flounder? Yeah, there you go.
I want to go back to 2016 if we can, because you and I have obviously traveled a pretty rocky road together. Do you remember, sir, when I went on CNN with Breonna Keeler and she told me that you were underwater in the polls, and I responded with those famous 2 words, says who, which became some worldwide meme.
And good advocate, and then they weaponized you like nobody's ever been weaponized, like few have been.
Well, maybe just you and I, sir.
And you, yeah, me too, but I don't consider mine, mine was at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Yeah. But they weaponized you. They weaponized a lot of people. And I respect the fact that you recanted everything you said. And that's a big thing that you did.
Yeah, Cohen spent years accusing Donald Trump of being a racist, a predator, and a fraud. and then pleaded guilty to implicating Donald Trump in the wrongdoing in 2018. I mean, and now they're doing radio shows together. So, but it reminds me how sleazy politics is. It just, I don't know how people. And what really bothers me is that because of what's going on in politics now, it's only going to be the sleaziest of the sleaziest. The sleaziest are going to be coming up thinking they can fight this kind of stuff to get elected. I don't know. I just we're in a downhill spiral, and it really bothers me. I hold everything. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Holy Crap at Sports coming up in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. And we got. You want to do? Let's do a game. Pete Davis, you want to do a game? Sure. Let's do a game next. Look out. Here we go.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's extra1063.com.
Back to school means back to traffic in Atlanta. If traffic mishaps land you in trouble with the law, it's important to know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. We handle bonds from local to federal for any jail in any city. And in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Your yard, it stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, pet friendly, and looks amazing all year round. ATL Turf Co. is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen, or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at atlturfco.com. That's atlturfco.com.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
Your garage door struggles. Your windows are drafty. Your front door's outdated. We feel your pain. Every opening of your home is ready to be upgraded. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Updating every opening of your home will improve your curb appeal and lower your energy bills. With flexible financing and payment options, you can start saving right now. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
This is Tom, the Honest Car Guy, and I'm here with Ron. And I'll let Ron tell you a little bit about his experience with us, and not only that, but the differences between a new car dealership and the Honest Car Guy, because there is a difference, with no doc fees and no addendums. It's kind of straightforward. They get to see what we pay for the car, and that's not something you get at a dealership.
Usually we're back and forth, and then you get like 1,400 pages of paper. And in this case, we did it all online. I mean, it was like, okay, I don't mind doing paperwork once I know that this is the deal.
And you got to see the financing, the numbers
up
front
all of it
before you even bought it. You can make that call, and within hours, we can find you the car you want from your home. I mean, I had a customer call me up and say, hey, I bought a car in my pajamas.
If I'd have had some, I'd have been wearing them.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Hey Atlanta, it's Drake Baldwin here. When I won Rookie of the Year, I thought of everyone who helped me along the way. My friends, my family, and hot showers. That's why when something goes wrong, I call Superior Plumbing. Still locally owned, Superior has been serving Atlanta for over 40 years as the go-to plumber for leak repairs, toilet replacement, and water heater installation. They don't call them the honest one for no reason. Superior's team is my MVP. Remember, there's no job too small.
770-422-PLUM. Out where the river
Okay.
the bloodwood and the
Donald Trump's flying. In fact, okay, let's do that, and then we'll come back to the music in a second. Donald Trump live. Let's see.
It's a good touch, very good natural touch for the bonds and interest, and he did that, yeah.
The yields have come back up since then. Have you talked to him about another type of intervention? Is that something he will be
We
doing?
have many types of intervention. That's one. The ultimate intervention is our military, and if we have to use that, we will, yeah.
The move on beef imports is upsetting some ranchers, as well as some Republicans are asking you to delay that move on imports.
Well, we want to get the beef prices down, so we'll get them down a little bit, and that's what people want, that's what the voters want, and that's what I want. The ranchers are great. They're my people. I love the ranchers. They've done a fantastic job, but they admit that we need a little help, and in order to get the prices down, so that's what we're doing.
Which countries did you arrange?
Sorry, you've got it. We're hearing that MAGA Inc. is going to start spending your war chest. What races are you putting money into?
That's fine.
Well, I've raised a
he's
lot,
on the way
and
to-
nobody knows what it is,
That's
but I
right,
will tell
Flounder.
you it's about $850 million. And I'll be spending a lot of that money and my own money, but I'll be spending a lot of that money for candidates that I think are good, Republican candidates that I think are good. So when you add the $850 million to all of the other money that we've raised, we're in very good shape.
Mr. President, there are several Republicans who are running for midterms this year who are starting to come out against AI data centers. Why do you think they're taking a different approach than you
Well, who are they? You know?
The Senate race in Ohio is one example where it's become a very hot topic.
Well, the data center subject to me is a pretty simple one. If you pick the right location, and it's got to be, not every location is perfect for it, but you pick the right location, what it means for a community is jobs and lots of money and lower taxes. And the data centers now are mandated by me that they build their own electricity, so they're not taking it from the grid.
You worry that
It's going to lower the electric cost because they're building electricity, and the extra, as an example, we talked about this once. I'm very proud of it. It was my idea. They're going to build their own electric producing facility. And that electricity that they have left over is going to the grid. It's going to lower the cost of electricity. So if I were a community, I would want the data center. It means jobs, it means income, and it means lower taxes.
Do you want Republican candidates to take the same message on data
No,
centers?
I want them to do what they want. Some people feel differently. I really want them. If a Republican's against the data center, that's okay with me. I'm only saying that if I ran a community, now there are different types of communities, but generally speaking, if I ran a community, if I was a mayor or if I was a governor in the state, I would want to have the data centers because they bring tremendous income. They're clean.
That's
they
fine.
produce
Thank you.
their own energy. The new ones.
Fine. Thanks, Flounder. That's fine. Anyway, and by the way, I don't know why they didn't put them in space and under the ocean. How about in the sea?
You know how expensive it would be to build them like that?
I don't know.
Under the sea.
I don't know. Well, you build and you put it in the ocean. Well, they build ships. They build ships on land and put them in the water. They do the same thing with a big building, like a big warehouse, and put it in the freaking ocean. I'm just saying.
Okay, my question is: they're building their own electrical supply.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
Coal or nuclear? It's one or the other.
I don't know. Rubbing sticks together. I mean, I swear, I don't.
It's either coal burning plant or it's a nuclear plant.
Well,
it ain't going to be solar.
They can't plug in somewhere and take that guy's electricity.
No, they can't take everybody else's.
Yeah, they have to make it. I don't know how you make electricity. I don't know.
The gerbils.
I think I've blown the whole time for doing our game too.
Yeah, you did.
I did. We got no time to do that.
No. We can do it quick.
Let's do a game. Forget the sound. It's okay. Flounder sounder. It's okay. Pete Davis, we got a game game here. Johnny Olson, who's the next contestant on Holy Crap, Pete Davis has a game ready.
All right, all time in Major League Baseball, one team better than any other team has beaten another team more times than anybody's beaten another team.
Okay.
What teams are we talking about?
Wow. Flounder?
The Yankees and the Red Sox?
Yankees. No, not the Red Sox. It's another team that the Yankees have beaten 1,380 times.
Wow. Well,
Going back to St. Louis.
Well, the Browns.
The Browns became
the. Oh shoot! I don't know. I can't. It's not coming out.
Flounder's looking it up as we speak.
No, I'm
Cincinnati.
Trying to think who's in the Yankees division. I don't know in the American League.
Brooks Robinson.
Oh,
Powell,
Baltimore Orioles.
Baltimore
Orioles. I'll be
Atlanta. The Braves are number 2. They have beaten this team 1,339 times. What team have the Braves beaten that many
times? Gotta be Mets.
Nope, ain't the Mets. Mets haven't been around since 62.
The Phillies.
Phillies. You are correct,
really?
sir. They have beaten the Phillies.
Cool.
But tied for 6th on this list, this will blow your mind.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn LA Dodgers have beaten the New York San Francisco Giants 1,294 times. Guess how many times the Giants have beaten the Dodgers?
Wow, I don't know. That's a great question.
1,294.
Oh,
They're
my God.
tied.
With holy cow. The Dodgers and the Giants, who are the two teams from New York, who then split.
Yeah, from the
Holy
1800s, basically.
Holy cow. And then they both went to California.
Yeah, same time. But they're tied. That's just unbelievable.
I'll be damned. That is unbelievable. Very cool. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Don't forget, we're going to be at the Shuckin' Shack on Wednesday next week, middle of the week, next week, Wednesday. Shuckin' Shack in Cumming, and it's on Peachtree Parkway in Cumming, and it's a lot of parking. It's like I don't want to say a mall, but it's a big parking area, parents. You'll be able to find it and have if you want to join us. And we'll be there 3 to 6, and you come in and say hi and have a little something to eat or whatever, and be part of the show. And we love doing interviews. If you bring the family, whatever, and we'll just have a little hootenanny or something like that. So that'll be fun. Also, let's see what else. We got a billion things, including still had to do tweets, and we got Holy Crap at Sports, and that's all coming up, and along with the Flounders Funny here as we go on 106 Steve.
I went to a supermarket. I got a coconut water. I opened it in the store. I've never done cocaine, but I will drink a drink before I've paid for it. You hear that safety seal break, you're like, ooh, it's a rush, you know what I mean? Then you walk around drinking it proud. You can't hide it. You have to be like a sheriff, like, yeah, just kind of checking it out, walk around. Like you work there, like, hey, Kyle, can we get more Sun Chips on 7? You know, like that. And I walked around so long, I finished the coconut water. I drank the whole one. It was one of those cardboard bottles. This is what put me in a good mood. I got up to the register. There was this Midwest beauty queen. She was in her 50s or 60s. I put down the bottle. I said, hi, I'd like to buy this coconut water, but I finished it. This is what put me in a good mood for 6 months. She went, you devil. That's all it takes. Joy is so easy. A Midwestern woman called me the devil for hydrating on my own timetable.
Mr. Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes, there you go.
He's a funny cat.
He is a funny cat. 404-741-1230 if you'd like to join us. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. It's another hot, steamy day. And the Holy Crap at Sports is coming up, and tweets and Flounder's funnies and your calls with us here on Let It Rip Friday. Look out.
Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 1063.
Go ahead and build it. I'm Carmen Roberts, Fox News. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts ruled today that the Trump administration can keep building the $400 million White House ballroom, at least for now. He signed a temporary order today to allow the work as the High Court considers the Trump administration's appeal of a lower court ruling halting the project. As President Trump prepares to unleash what he calls an economic D-Day on Iran, Tehran is vowing a devastating response.
Iran's leaders haven't detailed what those responses to sanctions would be, but the parliament chief, one of the country's top negotiators, is reportedly admitting Iran is no match for the U.S. military.
Fox's Evan Brown reporting. Meantime, Vice President J.D. Vance took the administration's economic campaign message today to his hometown of Middletown, Ohio, and spoke to a crowd at the steel plant where his grandfather once worked.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy or it's all going to happen overnight, but in just 18 months, we have seen an explosion of rebuilding in the American heartland. We have seen trillions, with a T, trillions of new dollars of investment pour into the United States of America.
Vance highlighted the Cleveland Cliffs is moving ahead with a $1 billion modernization of Middletown Works steel plant. Environmental critics have objected to the redirection of $500 million in federal funds from a Biden-era clean energy project to the steel mill. The Pentagon fires its editor-in-chief of the Stars and Stripes and the publisher and a reporter. Editor Eric Slavin says he was dismissed for insubordination after saying that a censorship is a red line. Firings come amid the Trump administration's escalating pressure on news organizations and restrictions on Pentagon press access. The Stars and Stripes is partially funded by the Pentagon, but has a long legacy of editorial independence. America's listening to Fox.
When it comes to supplements, two things matter most. A, that it works, and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Joni shared that before Relief Factor, her husband couldn't open his hands in the morning and had to give up playing the guitar. Now he wakes up with flexibility, and he's back to playing music. They are both recommending Relief Factor to friends as a way to enjoy the things they love again. I get what Joni's husband went through. I couldn't paint. I couldn't button my own shirts in the morning. The pain made it so difficult to hold a paintbrush or button my shirts. It was horrible. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder and you on Letterman Friday. Anything goes, 106.3. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I don't know what's going on with Iran. They're talking about this economic D-Day business, and they want to make a deal, and the other guy says, no, I don't know what's going on. Is it straight open or not? I don't know. Donald Trump says nobody gets through without us, and we're getting people through, and Iran says not, so I don't know. Again, this is all nonsense. Democrats are going crazy. Chuck Schumer is still talking about having a big tent, the suspected child molester, even though the commie down in Florida is saying she wants to oust him. She wants to Chuck Schumer from the party. So all that stuff is kind of going on here. And we got politics coming up. And also a local story was kind of troubling, and I don't know, I'll kind of mention it. I'm a little nervous about it just because it involves a teenager and a crime. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, once again, Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. We have tweets. We have Flounder's Funny. And we have the latest on, started off the program with this, and just so you should know, more UFO information. And it's from a guy you should know, Dr. Charles Bueller, a physicist at the Kennedy Space Center, years ago said he and his wife were at Cocoa Beach, Florida, thought something real strange orb in the sky, lit up like a nuclear bomb. The brightness, he said, this is so weird. Then a helicopter showed up, like a Patrick Air Force Base helicopter, And it flew out to kind of examine the thing and then flew off. Didn't do anything, just disappeared. So this doctor said, well, I must not be the Russians or anything. I guess we're okay. This happened about 10 o'clock at night, east coast of Florida. A lot of people saw it. He said the object was, a scientist thought maybe a boat on the water pulsed with a light that illuminated the area, but that wasn't true. It got real bright, so bright, lit up the whole beach as far as you could see. He couldn't find a single mention of what happened the following day. And he said, now, Cape Canaveral is a huge port, a lot of sightings of cruise ships, and what I saw, things following cruise ships like the dolphins do. He said he believed the orb UFOs were trying to communicate in a friendly manner, but it turned scary. When the helicopters left, he said the orb began moving closer to the shore, getting within a mile of the beach, and then headed directly toward the scientist and his wife. The object split into 5 or 6 smaller lights, moved to where the waves were breaking just offshore. They rotated these 5 lights, he said, 5 or 6 lights went like bicycle spokes into the water, halfway out of the water, halfway into the water, and they just kept doing it. He said, I didn't know what the hell it was. Then he detailed how he and his wife started sprinting away, and the lights followed them, continuing the spinning motion. He said this all went on for like 45 minutes. And then Bueller said he remembered reading about extraterrestrials as a little boy, so he closed his eyes and tried to tell the orbs to go away with his mind. And the lights sank into the water and did not return. And Dr. Bueller says it wouldn't have gone away if I didn't tell it to. It was completely gone after that. And there's not a word officially of anything for anything.
Sure.
Right. And no, I mean, and what are they, I mean, you know, geez, it couldn't be, there's no way that it could be somebody's military secret weapons, even ours. A thing like that would never be kept secret. We have spies everywhere. Every country has, you know, major countries have spies. Somebody would leak it out somehow, don't you think? It's got to be from outer space. Can't be man-made.
It's another dimension, or it's the future.
Or like it could be another dimension, not even a thing that we're even sealing as part of the interlapping universes and time warps and stuff. I mean, this is all, man. I hope when you die, I do hope that when you die, you get an explanation. You get to see it or know it, or everything's explained. Because they always say, you know, when you if you meet Jesus, it's all, everything's fine, everything's good, and it's all, you're kind of all, and I hope that's part of it, that it all just makes sense. I mean, what a mystery. What a mystery. And isn't it amazing? The only living creatures, as far as we know, in the world who know we're going to die.
Well, elephants mourn, monkeys mourn, but I don't know if they know they're going to die.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if they know they're going to die, but they know when someone dies, they know when they're no longer there, and they feel sad and relate to them.
Dogs understand death. You're supposed to let the dog come in and sniff the corpse.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. With police, military dogs and so forth, and that's absolutely true. But again, I don't think a dog knows that he's, you know, in his head that they know they're not going to, I don't know. It's just bizarre. Okay, Kimber Pete and Flounder. All right, here we go. A little cultural thing here going on, in case you missed it early in the show. And again, I saw this last night. We're going to play a minister's soundbite here. It's going to kind of freak you in a minute. But first, in Britain, I saw this last night on Jesse Waters' show. I was flabbergasted, and apparently it's real. And before I do this, also, just came back in the news again. I've heard it 2 times now in the last 3 or 4 days. I remember telling you back before the primary election that in Minnesota, we were talking about the fraud in Minnesota, the Somalian community and so forth. We were talking about how they all got elected to office and things like that. The reason is in Minnesota, again, this just popped up on social media and somebody's podcast again, I think yesterday or the day before, sometime this week, I heard them talking about it. In Minnesota, as I mentioned even before the election, in Minnesota, a registered voter can vouch for 8 other people as registered voters or legal voters. And I saw in a podcast a video of a guy went up to an election official girl, and he said, now this guy's got 8 friends who are all connected with Hamas for their relationships with organizations and so forth. Is that a problem? And the girl said, well, he's allowed to vouch. If he vouches for them, then they're allowed to vote. So if he vouches for 8 other people, they could be strangers off the street. and they get to vote in Minnesota. How is that possible? Well, that's one. There's some, the fraud community and everything else. Now, a suck on this. Britain's Home Office, because of all the Muslims who have come into Britain, including the fact that now in London, the number one baby name every year in Britain these days is Mohammed. So a guide is published by the Britain's Home Office reminding asylum seekers to stop raping our women. The guide is 9 pages, and it provides resources for asylum seekers seeking refuge. The guidance is meant to foster an understanding of expected behaviors for those arriving from other countries. I'm not making this up. Here's what it actually says. Aside from earning a living, women are allowed to attend school and choose who they marry, travel freely, and generally make their own decisions. Quote, women do not need permission from a husband, father, brother, or any other man to do any of these things. They talk about gender equality and domestic abuse. The booklet notes that asylum seekers are expected to, quote, treat your partner and your own family with respect. Let them make your own choices. Never physically or verbally abuse or control them. They're trying to tell the people not to stop abusing their own families. Now, it's not bad enough they say stop raping our women. They have to tell them, by the way, don't beat up your own women either. My God. Also, listen to this. In public, one must not direct sexual comments at people, even if they think it's appropriate. Okay, I'm trying to think of the number of times when you can direct sexual comments at somebody in public when it is appropriate. Well, anyway, they're saying, I mean, seriously, the very idea of this whole thing is freaking hysterical.
I think you should go out during the break to the first female you see and say, is this appropriate or inappropriate?
Talking about a rack or something, You wearing a bra? I mean, oh my God. You cannot direct sexual comments at people, even if you think it's appropriate. And listen to this. You cannot follow somebody, and you cannot block their path to refrain from whistling or making kissing noises at them. Also, the consent form adds both people must consent to having sex without threat or pressure, and they can change their mind. If they don't change them, if they have sex with somebody without consent, it's called rape. And then, I'm not making this up, and then it says, rape is a serious crime in the United Kingdom. You could go to prison. And it will affect your asylum claim. It will affect it? How about it will end it? How about, it's the very idea. And then it says, by the way, anybody under 16 is considered a child and cannot legally consent to having sex. And for the record, there have been 70,000 illegal immigrants and foreign criminals deported since the Labor Party took over a year and a half ago. And the Shadow Secretary says instead of trying to train these mainly young men, they should be deported. Freaking hard to believe. All right, hold everything. Coming up, the Muslim community, not only in Europe, but in America, including Middle America. And you're going to hear a minister talk about it at a town council meeting in Dearborn. But first, holy crap, it's sports is next. Here we go.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
Well, I don't know where you were, but boy, last night we got pounded with the old stormy stuff, and it has messed up your landscaping. You know, our wholesale landscaping and supply company, Stovall & Company. Third-generation family. They got 11 locations all over the place, and they've got every flower and tree and shrub and plant and blooming things and seeding things and irrigation sprinkler systems, helping build stuff out by the pool like a kitchen or, a fireplace or something like that. And, again, if there's some special weird thing that you've heard about and you don't know where it is, and if they know where it is but they don't have it, they'll tell you where else to find it. StovallInc.com.
America! Shuck, yeah! Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the Collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
I'm Scott Nelson, and listen, Atlanta weather does not mess around. The heat, the humidity, the storms, your home's exterior takes a beating every single year. That's why Nelson Exteriors handles everything your home needs. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, decks, and painting. Whatever Atlanta throws at your house, we've got you covered, literally. Be your home's hero. Search Nelson Exteriors today. Let's get your home ready for whatever comes next.
There's never been a better time to fall in love with Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett. Now through August 31st, get award-winning vehicles and exceptional offers from a brand you trust during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Explore the full lineup of hybrid, electric, gas, and wilderness vehicles, including the trusted 2026 Subaru Forester and the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Every Subaru is made with love and built to last, with dependability and value coming standard. It's no surprise why Consumer Reports named Subaru the best overall automotive brand for 2 years in a row, based on reliability, safety, owner satisfaction, and road test evaluation. At Subaru of Gwinnett, there's a lot to discover and a lot to love. Get special low rates on select vehicles from August 1st through August 31st on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services. Visit Subaru.com/CR to learn more.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
When Keisha Lance Bottoms got elected, she said,
"We must be good stewards of your tax dollars."
Just 30 days later,
taxpayers covered the cost of a first-class ticket for Mayor Bottoms' husband to fly to the Super Bowl
on her taxpayer-funded credit card.
Atlanta taxpayers shelled out more than $2,600.
Worse,
more than $11,600 in luxury chauffeured car service in just her first 5 months in office.
And taxpayers covered this tab.
The State Ethics Commission has fined Keisha Lance Bottoms.
She accepted over $110,000 in contributions that exceeded legal limits,
violating campaign finance laws.
The commission's chairman declared
it's an egregious violation of the act.
And the verdict from a former prosecutor?
It smells bad. What don't you get about the rules and regulations? If Mayor Bottoms wants her legacy to be too greedy to care, they're off to a great start.
Keisha Lance Bottoms. She's out for herself, not Georgia.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
It was on this day, 1961, Patsy Cline recorded Willie Nelson's song Crazy. And on this day in 2020, the Korean pop group BTS released the single Dynamite, watched 100 million times in 24 hours on YouTube. And now, holy crap, it's sports and Pete Davis.
Braves began a 3-game set in Milwaukee right now. It was one of the best pitching matchups of the season. The 12-8 left-hander Chris Sale with his 2.16 earned run average against the right-hander Jacob Mizorowski, who's 12-5 with a 1.75 ERA. And right now in the top of the 5th, it's 2-0 Brew Crew.
Oh, my.
So they're on top of us right now. So the Miz is getting the best of his idol, Chris Sale, at the moment. But it's early. Braves with a 5-game lead over Philly. The Brewers in first place in the National League Central, 5 games ahead of the Cubs. And the Braves have released righty reliever Tyler Kenley. They DFA'd him a few days ago, and now he's gone. Meanwhile, Reynaldo Lopez will begin his rehab with Gwinnett this Sunday. Lopez has been on the injured list since July 30th with a sore knee. Little League World Series action. You just saw Davenport, Iowa, no-hit Bonita, California, 1-0.
Wow.
And Wilhelmstad, Curacao, just no-hit Tokyo, Japan, 6-0. Meanwhile, Henderson, Nevada beat Hamilton, Ohio, 6-5. And Tijuana, Mexico over Sydney, Australia, 7-1. The Royals' quest to move to a new downtown ballpark cleared a major hurdle when the Kansas City City Council has approved a $600 million commitment to make it happen. The club plans to partner with Hallmark Cards on a $3 billion project to create a mixed-use development with a new stadium as the centerpiece. Sound familiar?
Well, yeah. I mean, we can live and work and go to
the Battery?
restaurants and everything else like that. Yeah, comedy thing. Yeah.
But instead of partnering with Hallmark Cards, they should have teamed up with the Hallmark Channel. That way, every season would have a happy ending. See what I did there?
Yes.
The city council's approval moves the Royals one step closer to remaining in KC after the NFL's Chiefs announced late last year they're going to build a $3 billion dome stadium across the Missouri River in Kansas City, Kansas, opening in 2031. The Athletics' new ballpark is taking shape with steel trusses going up on the south side of the Las Vegas Strip. And it looks like the famous Sydney Opera House is the way the outside design looks like. Yeah. Yankees play-by-play man and Michael Kay had a moment last night during a 6-1 win in Baltimore. The Yanks have had trouble scoring runs lately, and when they played in 3 in 1 inning, Kay responded by saying, quote, "It's an offensive orgy," end quote. That has put the prim and proper New York audience into a tizzy. How dare you use the word orgy in a baseball game?
Please.
I'm no fan of Michael Kay, but lighten up, Francis.
Yeah, come on. You got me killing me here. That's stupid.
Mets fans at Citi Field Wednesday got a surprise visitor in the stands. Amidst all the trash and the peanut shells and popcorn strewn about the floor, there was a little hole. And from that little hole came a small black hand belonging to a trash panda reaching up and grabbing the detritus thrown down by the fans. Yes, raccoons are infesting Citi Field.
They saw this little furry hand come up grabbing peanuts from a hole in the sewer line or something. God.
The Falcons signed defensive tackle Eric Johnson II, 6'4", 320-pound tackle, taken in the 5th round of the 22 draft by Indianapolis. Since then, Johnson has spent time with New England, a second stint with the Colts, and most recently spent the offseason with Minnesota. Johnson has seen action in 51 games and has made 41 tackles and 1 sack. The Falcons play in Indy tomorrow night. And, of course, you'll be watching that game, I'm sure, Kimmer.
I will tune in, absolutely, for at least 6-7 minutes, see what's going on.
You sure you're going to tune in?
Oh, has it got an app thing? I won't be tuning in then. Yeah.
It's on Fox 5 Atlanta.
Oh, well, I'll be watching it then. Absolutely.
Quarterbacks Cooper Rush and Jack Strand will split the halves. Tua Tagovailoa will not play. Someone say he has yet to play in game 1 or practice so far, but that would not be me. I wouldn't say
that. No.
Pizza Hut is changing its name.
Yeah, I saw this. It makes sense, though. I mean, really think about it.
For the entire football season, Pizza Hut will just go by the name Hut.
Yeah. Hut. It's brilliant. In one way, at least, that's smart.
That's true.
Yeah.
New Las Vegas head coach Clint Kubiak has yet to make a decision who his Game 1 starter will be. First overall draft pick Fernando Mendoza or doucheball supreme Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Mendoza played the entire first half last night in a 22-20 win in Houston, completing 8 of 15 for 86 yards and interception on 5 drives. His longest completion was a 22-yard pass. And could someone please answer to me why Kirk Cousins, who is a loser, has his playoff record, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
Who cares about the regular season? His playoff record with 3 different teams is abysmal. Why does the NFL and all these sponsors consider him this face of the NFL? He's in all these commercials. The man is a loser, and he's a liar by omission, in my opinion.
He caught, that whole season with a hurt shoulder, arm, and stuff, whatever. And I mean,
why? Of all the people out there, is Kirk Cousins constantly forced down our throats?
I don't know.
I don't get it. Let's see. The NFL cracking down the preseason brawls, finding both the Cowboys and Saints $500,000 American each for their fights in practice.
Yowie.
Everyone who wants to come back for their 5th year of eligibility and play college football, step forward. Not so fast, everybody.
Oh, boy.
The NCAA has actually won, temporarily, a court case. The 10th Circuit Court of Appeals granted the NCAA a stay this morning in an order that reverses the federal judge's decision that previously opened the door for all athletes who started college in the 22-23 academic year and played for 4 consecutive seasons to return for a 5th season. But the stay does not wipe out the dozens of athletes who have successfully petitioned for restraining orders to play a 5th season in state courts around the country. The appeals court decision could spark more lawsuits, restraining order requests, and confusion with only 2 weeks remaining before college football season begins. To sum up, college football, a glorious sport, will remain a bloody mess for the time being and could end up as, once again, the minor league for the NFL.
You know, how could, is there no leader? Is there no,
no,
is there
there's no
somebody that, I mean, seriously, this is really going a bad way.
Yeah, but they're going to end up, they're going to screw the pooch and the golden goose, and they're going to be a minor league. The NFL will be controlling.
That's right.
Oklahoma football coach Brent Venables agreed to a new 6-year contract through the 2031 season. New deal adds 2 additional years, pending approval by the OU Board of Regents. It averaged about $10.5 million per season.
Wow.
The 55-year-old Venables led the Sooners to the playoffs last year, the school's first appearance since 2019. Oklahoma went 10-3, losing to Alabama in the postseason. The U.S. Open tennis tournament just got more wide open. Top-ranked Yannick Sinner withdrew today, unable to recover from the right knee injury that has sidelined him since he won Wimbledon. He's not played a match since beating Alexander Zverev last month to successfully defend his title at the All-England Club. Sinner, of course, is Italian. It's been a while, but it looks like sex toy shops have restocked their supply of green dildos.
Oh, boy.
One was thrown on the court in Los Angeles last night during the Sparks Atlanta Dream WNBA game.
Oh, no.
Angel Reese immediately jumped up from the bench and pointed out the perpetrator, who quickly ran out of the arena. We only caught a glimpse of him, but from behind, he looks like a ginger Prince Harry. It looked just like Prince Harry running out.
That's probably
the
him.
Unidentified sex toy slinger supporting a Luka Doncic Lakers jersey, arrested and banned from all WNBA and NBA games for the time being.
Okie dokie.
Meanwhile, an 11-year veteran sports writer for the Seattle Times has resigned because the newspaper refuses to run his column, which tried to show both sides of the trans controversy in women's sports. Matt Calkins made the mistake in these woke times in Seattle of daring to talk to teenage girls who do not want to play against boys and men. His editors hemmed and hawed about the piece for days before saying it would not run because Matt had not told them beforehand he was going to do it. Knowing this to be bull squat, Calkins resigned on the spot because this is not the first time this has happened. Several of his columns have been canceled by the Times. One was a piece questioning whether players for the U.S. women's soccer team were really the victims of discrimination in their equal pay lawsuit. Another, a column on cancel culture in sports. Another, written shortly after the George Floyd death, employed people to listen to state champion basketball coach Mike Bethea, a black man urging the public not to stereotype cops. The common theme, all of these challenge prevailing newsroom narratives and likely would have triggered the outrage mob.
Good grief.
Yeah, there's no journalism anymore. If Live Golf finally goes away, you can blame or thank Sergio Garcia.
Yeah, he's
Garcia's fiery Latin temperament moment at the Masters is the reason the golf league is on thin ice. The Financial Times of London reporting that Sergio's rage-filled demolition of the tee box during the final round at the Masters damaged Augusta National Golf Course, factored into the Public Investment Fund, or PIF, deciding to turn off the money hose for Live Golf. PIF Governor Yasir Al-Rumayyan was so embarrassed that it partly led to his decision to pull the plug on financing.
Wow.
Garcia slammed his driver into the turf twice after a shot landed in the bunker. Their words, not mine. It's a sand trap, we all know.
Well,
damaging the tee grounds before walking back and swinging his driver at a cooler, snapping the head off of his driver. August 24th on this day, 1901. After a heated confrontation with Tom Connolly, Orioles right-hander Iron Joe McGinnity spits tobacco juice in the home plate umpire's face, leading to his arrest and lifetime suspension. After Joe apologizes, AL President Ban Johnson reinstates the popular pitcher 12 days later. 1908, after a dozen attempts, Senators backstop Gabby Street caught a baseball drop by a journalist atop the 555-foot Washington Monument. Scientists estimate the ball traveled with a force of about 300 pounds.
Holy cow.
1931, Babe Ruth became the first major leaguer to hit 600 career home runs when the Yankees beat the Browns. He was 36 years old, hit it off right-hander George Blaholder. 1947, Williamsport, Pennsylvania, hosting the first Little League World Series tourney. With a .625 team batting average, the hometown Maynard Midgets easily coast to the title 16-7.
Maynard Midgets?
The Maynard Midgets beat the Davenport Dwarfs.
Hello.
1951, President Harry Truman denied the selection of Major General Emmett O'Donnell as Commissioner of Baseball, saying the officer needed to remain in his post as Commander of Bombers in Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
1972, in a complete game effort at Veterans Stadium, Steve Carlton's consecutive victory streak ended at 15 when the Phillies dropped a 2-1 decision to Atlanta and Phil Niekro, who went the distance as well. Dusty Baker started the 11th inning rally with a 2-out double, scored the eventual winning run on Mike Lum's broken bat flare over the shortstop's head.
Mike Lum. I haven't heard that.
That's right. 1977, Orioles third baseman Brooks Robinson, the reason I played third base, retaining his coaching duties with the team, says, "I'm retiring as an active player. Before a game against the Twins, he wanted to make room on the roster for catcher Rick Dempsey." The 40-year-old future Hall of Famer, nicknamed the Human Vacuum Cleaner for his outstanding defense, won 16 consecutive Gold Glove awards while playing his 23-year career with Baltimore. 2005, Florida suspends their bat board for 6 games after the 11-year-old accepted Dodgers pitcher Brad Penny's $500 dare to drink a gallon of milk in less than an hour without throwing it up.
Oh, mercy.
The 6th grader drinks the quantity in a lot of time but cannot keep it down.
You can't.
No, you can't. He will be offered by the Milk Processor Education Program, or MPEP, a promise to pay off the dare and cover the lost wages resulting from the suspension if he agrees to drink 3 glasses of milk every 24 hours.
The human body will not take a gallon of milk or a quarter or a gallon, whatever it was, and keep it down. It won't do it.
That's true. Birthdays, 1923. Chris Schinkel, sportscaster, ABC Wide World of Sports, born in Bippus, Indiana.
Oh, my.
Jack Buck, born on this day in 1924. Announcer for the St. Louis Cardinals, born in Holyoke, Massachusetts. And the College and Basketball Hall of Fame center and full-time ladies man, Wilt Chamberlain, born in 1936. 4-time NBA MVP, 13-time All-Star. Won championships in 67 and 72, where he was the MVP for the Lakers. Played for the Philadelphia, San Francisco Warriors, 76ers, and LA Lakers, born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that was him on this day. Oh, by the way, dead person on this day in 1911, W.R. Wister, American. Of course, you know who W.R. Wister is, right?
W.R. Wister. I do not know Mr. Wister. So.
Father of American cricket.
I'll be darned.
And Lawrence Doherty died on this day in 1919. British tennis player, won Wimbledon from 1902 to 06. The U.S. Nationals in 03. Died of toxemia at 43. Do you know what toxemia is?
Some sort of poisoned blood system or something?
Modern doctors call it preeclampsia, and it causes high blood pressure during pregnancy.
Oh, boy. A guy?
Lawrence was he was a British man, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Oh, that can't be good. Anyway, I've got a tennis sports thing coming up and some more sports birthdays, and we got tweets, and we got Flounders Funnies, and we got you on 106.3. Let her rip Friday. Anything goes. How you doing? Oh, hey, look out.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. At Howard Brothers, they don't just sell outdoor power equipment. They live it. From zero-turn mowers and chainsaws to trimmers, blowers, and everything in between, they've got the tools to tackle any job. Howard Brothers carried trusted brands like Echo, Steel, and Exmark, and support them all with expert advice, parts, and service. So whether you're a pro landscaper or a proud homeowner, let them be your go-to spot for your outdoor project needs. Howard Brothers, serving your communities since 1955.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox. Get your time back and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who's recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state and for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-Law.com, Hagan-Law.com.
Running up the middle, hurtling into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackets!
The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets kick off the 2026 season under the lights Thursday, September 3rd as they host Colorado for their whiteout game at 8 p.m. presented by Renaissance Bank. Rifles it right,
Gets a block at the 10, cuts inside 5, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackets!
Get your game tickets at RamlinRack.com. Sting 'em.
This is Tom, the honest car guy, and we got a surprise call in from a customer of ours, Travis, out in Jefferson, Georgia. Travis, good to hear from you, buddy. You want to tell a little bit about the experience you had with me at the honest car guy?
The whole experience, honestly, was one of the smoothest car experiences that we've ever gone through, meaning that there's no pressure. There's no runaround. It's just straight up honest service. The price that you guys present or find for you, that's what you are going to pay. And you just get a great deal. I've been educated to a newer process of the car dealership game. You guys have not come in and you're setting the benchmark for how car dealing and car buying and car selling really should be.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free. The Kimmer has a Mustang and he keeps it clean. He even pays more for the good gasoline. He tries to tell him that he pays too much, but he uses that gas card because he's out of touch. Hey, he's the Kimmer, brash and he's bold. He does what he wants, won't do what he's told. Hey, he's the Kimmer, bold and he's brash. Gonna get a new girlfriend when he gets him some cash.
That's for sure.
Oh, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
Hey, 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 Mr. Postman.
Mr. Postman.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, this was the day.
Please, Mr. Postman.
1961.
Whoa, yeah.
Tamla Records released the Marvelettes' first single, Please Mr. Postman. Sold 1 million copies, the group's biggest hit, top of both the Billboard and R&B charts. And Gladys Horton, Kathleen Anderson, Georgiana Tillman, and Wanda Young called themselves the Marbles, encouraged by their teacher to enter a talent show when the top 3 acts would be offered a trip to audition for the Motown record label. The Marbles came in 4th, but the school fought for the foursome to be able to audition as well. They were advised to come back with their own composition. Georgia Dobbins contacted a guy named William Baird, a local musician, for permission to use the song. He agreed as long as he'd receive songwriting credit. He then turned his blues tune into a teenage-approved doo-wop sound, Please, Mr. Postman. Not only the debut single by the Marvelettes, but it was also the first, Please, Mr. Postman, the first Motown single #1 record to hit #1. First in Motown to be #1. The Beatles did their version of the song in '63. It became #1 when the Carpenters did it. Billboard named Please Mr. Postman number 22 on the list of the 100 greatest girl group songs of all time. I love this song.
It was the first #1 song to hit #1 then.
The first #1, yeah, I'm double man-women myself there, I'm afraid. I was hoping you wouldn't notice. I guess somebody had to point it out. I don't know. Smarmy pants.
How'd they know it's going to be #1 before they did?
Well, I wanted to double down on it, you know. Anyway, hold everything. Let's do some tweets in a minute here. First of all, some birthdays, Pete Davis, more sports birthdays. Usain Bolt, the running champion guy. Usain Bolt is 40 today. Archie Griffin is 72. Archie Griffin, Ohio State, the only athlete to win 2 Heisman trophies. And I think they were back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And one more, you'll remember this, Jim McMahon, the NFL veteran dealing with early onset dementia thanks to the beatings he took in football, the Super Bowl shuffle, all that stuff. Jim McMahon, 67 years old. And I covered the Bears for that when I was doing sports in Chicago for like one season. And man, he was, he was really, and again, when they had was it the Super Bowl in New Orleans? And one of the sportscasters said that he called all the women, Buddy Diliberto was a local sportscaster in New Orleans. I knew him. And Buddy Diliberto apparently repeated a rumor that Jim McMahon had called the women of New Orleans sluts. And it was never true. And they went nuts. He was bad. Remember, he was black, but they screamed and yelled, had protests and everything. I mean, it was a horrible deal. And it was all a freaking lie, just for the record.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Was it a lie?
Well, not really, but he didn't say. He said he didn't say it, but he may have said it, or maybe true anyway.
No, I mean the whole idea of them New Orleans women being
Yeah, well, I think my daughter Sarah was born there, so we can't.
Well, she's
different. She was she was a baby. It's not right. And a couple quick things here, just to give some credit. On this day in 1950, officials of the United States Lawn Tennis Association (USLTA) accept Althea Gibson into their championship at Forest Hills, New York. Althea Gibson in 1950 on this day became the first black American player to compete in a U.S. tennis national competition. It took him till 1950. She grew up in Harlem and started playing tennis at 14. She gained entry again to the Grass Court Championship, Forest Hills. Then they stopped inviting her as an amateur, and somebody stood up for her and said, if you said because of bigotry, you people, the American Lawn Tennis Magazine said it's only fair, meet the challenge on the courts if you're a bunch of bigots. So they did, and she won Wimbledon a couple of times back-to-back and the U.S. Open back-to-back.
Wow. She grew up in Harlem and played tennis.
Harlem. Yeah.
How many tennis courts did they have?
Yeah. And not only that, she was trailblazing in baseball. Althea Gibson credited with paving the way for black American tennis champions like Arthur Ashe and more recently Venus and Serena Williams. She died at the age of 76 in 2003. But Althea Gibson at one point, after she retired as an amateur, became a pro. And then she toured with the Harlem Globetrotters. She played tennis during halftime of their basketball games. And in the early 60s, Althea Gibson became the first black player to compete on the women's golf tour. So, there you go.
Dang.
Anyway, 553, cover Pete and Flounder. Now, we mentioned before about this business of British officials are now handing out pamphlets to Muslim men who come to their country in Great Britain, telling them to stop raping the women and whistling at them and saying that you can do what you want to with them. Also, what's happened now at a Dearborn, Michigan town council meeting is a pastor named Lorenzo Sewell of a local church said, we've had enough with this Muslim takeover in Dearborn. We've lost the city. It's no longer under American laws. And Flounder, here's the outburst of this pastor in Dearborn, Michigan.
You have seen what has happened in this city, and it is my people that have funded you. It's my people that made sure that you have what you have. And you spit on us. You degrade us. But you're only 1% of this nation. We are not a nation of Muslims. We are a nation of Christians. We are one nation under God, indivisible, the God of the Bible, the God of the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the God in whom we serve. I want you to prove to me we're not up under Sharia law. Will you denounce, Councilman O'Reilly, will you denounce Sharia law? Abraham, you went to Hillsdale. Will you renounce Sharia law? America, we have lost this city. This is a city that is no longer up under American laws. We are up under Sharia law. And we will not have it anymore. Enough is enough.
Your time is up, sir. Specifically, I won't go into the details on it, but there was an activist who keeps getting beat up when he talks about Muslim stuff, and no one's ever been arrested for it. For the record, the mayor of Dearborn, Michigan, is Mayor Abdullah Hammoud, and on a census, the latest one in Dearborn, people of Middle Eastern and North African ancestry are 55% ancestry of 55%. Dearborn, Michigan, the first American city to have a predominantly Muslim population. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 106.3. Look out.
All hunters, hikers, and anglers. Join the Braves for hunting and fishing night, Saturday, October 29th. Score a Chipper Jones Realtree APX Camo replica jersey giveaway. Plus, our partners at the Georgia Department of Natural Resources are bringing the outdoors to Truist Park with live reptiles, a massive aquarium display, inflatable archery, hunting license sales, and more fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now at Braves.com/hunting and fishing. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Back to school means back to traffic in Atlanta. If traffic mishaps land you in trouble with the law, it's important to know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. We handle bonds from local to federal for any jail in any city. And in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
Toyota's national sales event is happening now through August 31st at Marietta Toyota. Thinking about going electric? Well, the 2026 Toyota BZ gives you an all-electric Toyota with no gas stops, a quiet commute, the confidence of buying from a dealership you know. For drivers who want to spend less time at the pump and more time enjoying the drive, BZ is a smart way to try all-electric without leaving Toyota behind. Every new Toyota includes a nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's unlimited time and unlimited mileage as long as you own it. We've been voted Best of Cop for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Toyota BZ. 0% APR for up to 72 months through August 31st. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium, Marietta Toyota. Since 1975, we've been here and we'll be here for you.
0% APR for 72 months with approved credit through SCTF. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/31/26. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee. Your yard. It stresses you out. Between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Go can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Go, 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Stratton from Tom and Jerry's Roofing, a 10-year veteran of the U.S. Army. When my best friend Jerry and I opened Tom and Jerry's Roofing, we wanted our company to be an outlet for good. So with every roof we do, a portion goes to various veteran services and charities. Tom and Jerry's Roofing is passionate about giving you the best service and quality work possible, and that work turning into service for our heroes. So if you need a new roof or a repair, call us. We're Tom and Jerry's Roofing, where every roof helps veterans. TomandJerry'sRoofing.com.
Hello, folks. This is your captain speaking. As we prepare to take off, I'd like you to draw your attention to the dimmed lights, lit candles, and soothing sounds of smooth jazz. We'll be making love shortly and taking off in just a moment. Please fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the ride. And this is your captain speaking again. As you can see, we're experiencing engine failure. Looks like we're not going to get this bird off the ground tonight.
Sound like your sex life? Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? If you're struggling with ED, we understand the feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there is help. You need Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They specialize in treatments like the P-Shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimix. Schedule your appointment today. Call 404-777-1911 and learn more online at tbtofga.com.
This was a good movie. I remember enjoying this movie. And Daddy was Lenny from
He did.
what's that?
Of course you enjoyed this movie.
This is one of Veronica's favorites.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
She's
cool.
a woman.
Well,
Yep.
she's a girl. Absolutely. That's a good thing, too, by the way.
Yes. It's kind of crucial.
That would have been very, very difficult to
Deal breaker. Deal breaker.
Honey, I got a problem with it. It was on this day in 1987, Dirty Dancing was released with Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze. Jennifer Grey, famous for playing the sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off before she got her nose job. And when she got her nose job, nobody recognized her. I remember how startling it was that they just said, no, that can't be. And it was really, really amazing thing. Anyway, it was good for her. Dirty Dancing, 1987. Hold everything. Phone calls take priority. One of our favorites every Friday. Susan, welcome aboard. Hey, doll, how's it going? What's up?
Happy Friday. So, you guys were talking about the Muslimification of America.
Yeah.
There's some parents out in California, I believe it's Palo Alto, that are suing because they took kids on a field trip to, it wasn't exactly a mosque, but it was like a Muslim convention center.
Yeah.
And they told them they encouraged them to wear Muslim garb, participate in prayer, and then each kid went home with a copy of the Quran. And I don't know if these are middle schoolers or elementary, but it wasn't even like high school level. And now there's parents suing that. So my thing is, we need to get the Department of Justice, Harmeet Dillon, the Civil Rights Division out there. We also need to get the Department of Education out there and stop the funding of those public schools. This is outrageous.
In fact, Susan, I remembered the story, and the thing that struck me also was that this so-called field trip was not some kind of a learning experience for differences in various kinds of religions. It was some kind of a social commitment to making society better. And so they used people going to learn about Sharia law as a way to make society better. I mean...
you got to wonder, too, was there any Jewish kids in that group that were forced because they don't want to be called out by their classmates for not praying Allahu Akbar and wearing whatever.
The hijab, yeah.
That is absolutely, it's frightening what is happening in our country. I mean, London and the UK is gone. We better wake up.
Well, even I remember saying before, even here in Georgia, as I recall, 10, 15, whatever years ago, there were 2 mosques and Islamic learning centers in the whole state. Now there's 150.
I remember you talking about that a couple weeks back. It's frightening. We got to stop it.
Thanks. Every day, Susan. Every Friday, Susan. Every day would be even better. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks. Hi, Ron. Thanks for you, Kelly in the group. All right, thanks for you. Every day, Friday, Susan. We love those girls. 404-741-1230. Quick birthday or two here. Alicia Witt is 51. She's that little ginger chickie. Yeah. She was a child actress in the movie Dune, and she was in Twin Peaks and Just a Justified, and I remember her playing one of the episodes in The Sopranos where she gave it up to Christopher. Alicia Witt.
Justified, too.
Justified, yeah. Alicia Witt, 51. R.J. Mitt is 34. He was the son in Breaking Bad with cerebral palsy, and he really has cerebral palsy.
Go ahead and say it.
I didn't want to say it because I know people with cerebral palsy. A good friend of mine in college. And what I was going to say was, I said, boy, it's incredible. They put out an audition, or they put out an audition for somebody to play a child with cerebral palsy. Man, he nailed that audition. I mean, he really, of course, he has.
That's what we call in radio a Friday joke drop.
Yeah, that's not very good.
Do it on a Friday afternoon right before we leave.
R.J. Mitt, 34. And Patty McCormick is 81. Patty McCormick, speaking of The Sopranos, Patty McCormick was a little girl who played the bad seed child at the age of 11 when a lot of things for the bad seed. She was also in The Ropers of Jeffrey Tambor's wife, and she was Adriana's mother in The Sopranos. Patty McCormick, 81 years old today. Now, let's see, 5:55. We got a Flounders Funny coming up here in a couple of minutes. Let's see. J.D. Vance made some public comments here today. He was talking about the modern Democrat Party, and he was appearing at singling out the Democratic Party, talking to workers, pointing to the Michigan Senate's nominee's past remark, linking criticism of Sharia law to white supremacy. J.D. Vance, vice president, was at the Cleveland Middletown Works steel plant in Ohio, in his hometown, basically, as Michigan gears up for the Senate races. And this guy El Said thing says if you're talking about linking Sharia law, you might as well call it white supremacy. That's how bad you're calling this place racist. J.D. Vance said, this is the Democrat Party of graduate students rather than the union and non-union workers making this facility run. It's sometimes hard to understand what these are modern Democrats standing for. But to look what they say, pay close attention. They'll leave these little hints of what they actually care about. He said, criticism of Sharia law rooted in white supremacy. He argued, I'd love to go back in time and tell my papa that there's a man who claims to stand for working people who says not only should we have Sharia law, but if you criticize it, you're a white supremacist. I mean, the nerve of these people.
Michigan, where they're going after Mike Rogers, because they had American flags in the back of a red pickup truck.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching a Dodge Ram truck commercial last night with all different colors of trucks going around with American flags flying in the back. It's not the KKK, and kiss our butt if you think it is.
Yep. El Said said that the shot of Mike Rogers' competitor in a pickup truck with American flags was just like the KKK.
Yeah, Dodge Ram doesn't believe that.
Good. I mean, seriously, this is really disgusting.
I may go buy a Dodge Ram.
He also said that he wipes the Constitution with his...
Yeah, right. Yeah, when he needs to, yeah. I mean, these people are serious. They're not messing around.
Say who they are.
Stuff.
They're telling us who they are, so they're easy to find.
Unbelievable. Mercy. How about a quick feed of good news, and then we got a Flounders Funny here coming up as we wrap up our Let It Rip Friday. A car salesman has just found out officially he is now a Belgian prince at the age of 26. This guy his name is Clement Vanden Kerklove, recognized by a 63-year-old actual Prince Laurent, the younger brother of King Philippe from Belgium, as son and an heir to a quiet town hall ceremony. Details now just emerging. He has equal inheritance rights to the private estate with his half-sister, a princess, and a half-brother, a prince, a couple of them. He will not get any duty rights, gains things to the Belgian throne, but they're now officially saying, I had this kid out of wedlock, and so he's an official prince. And he
used John Goodman?
Yeah.
King Ralph?
Yeah. He used to work as a car salesman at an Opel dealership in, I don't know where we're talking about. In,
wow.
Well, it doesn't even say where he's from. Yeah, but anyway, so now he's official prince. All right, hold on, Flounders Funny. I'm over there later.
I'm a very calm person normally, but I lose my temper immediately. The automated robot lady that's like, I didn't quite get that. I think it said JFK. I lose my mind right away. And I think it's because she's trying to act human. They put a in there. Like, that's going to trick me. Like, I'm thinking about this response. I'm totally not a pre-programmed robot. And then she talks like this, like she's figuring it out as she goes along. Okay. Right when I hear her, I'm like, oh, this agent. So that's how you get a person normally, right? They fixed that. Now she goes, okay, sounds like you want to talk to an agent. I just need a little more information first. Oh, do you? Do you, stupid robo? Kill you. I'm going to kill you. Do it alive and kill you. I get dark. I'm like, you'll never love. You know that? You'll never know the emotion of love. I didn't quite get that. I think, oh, you got it. You got it. So then after an hour of her, you finally get a human being, and he's not from India, he's in India. That's different. He didn't know what Fort Lauderdale was. I had to go to Fort Lauderdale, and he said, fa-da-da-da? And I was like, no, not fa-da-da-da, Fort Lauderdale. Oh, no, sir, there's no fa-da-da-da map, sir. I typed into the computer F-O-D-D-A-D-O-D-A, and there's no fa-da-da-da. And then I was like, robot.
Boys, have a great weekend. Christine, send me home, baby. You gotta go. You're killing me.
Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.